Alright, hello chat. Hopefully well. Back, finally doing Ocarina of Time? Breath of the Wild again. I looked at the music that was playing as I was talking, so I just spoke Ocarina. Anyway, it's been a bit. I think we haven't played Wild since last Sunday, if I'm right. It's Saturday for watchers, so it's been like 6 days. I had the whole out of town thing, came back, it was Thanksgiving, Black Friday, now we're here. So, let me just flip over. I don't think we'll have to, no, we won't have to load. It's already like on the Switch. That thing where I didn't actually shut the game off, I just shut the Switch off. We're already right back to it. I don't have my... We have to continue Korok hunt, Korok grind. Looking at my map though, like I zoom it all the way out, right? On the interactive map, with Koroks highlighted. And most of the map is actually clear at this point, which is awesome to see it now compared to what it was a few years ago. There's a big clump at the castle because I haven't gone there yet because I'm waiting to go there last. There's a bunch kind of like right around this shrine, like this kind of part, and up in these mountains. Desert is pretty much clear. There's some like along these hills. It's kind of like this whole bottom line of the map. But other than that, like the rest of the map is totally crazy. I'll start over up on Satori Mountain. Okay, I did mark those off, the ones that I got. For a second, I was like, I zoomed in and saw those and was confused. Thought I might have had one of those moments where I just forgot to check things. But hello, Mr. Fire, and hello, AJ. Back. Zoom in more. Like on this little, like. Oh, I need to travel over. I was doing side quests, which honestly, I think like the last little sprint before going to the castle will probably be wrapping up side quests. Because I have been moving at a great pace with every. That's the one thing that I'm like, maybe I'm gonna be a little behind. We have 101 shrines and 657 Koroks as of right, which I think is pretty good. What's the bird doing? See if I had been quicker on that. Oh, if I had thought of it sooner to try to grab that bird, I could have. I'll probably want my climbing stuff. I normally want my climbing stuff. Funny hat. Works for me. At some point, I'm gonna need some specific changes of clothes. Get there. That one of the... Oh, is this a boss? It is, right? Is this one of the guys with one eye? Oh, it might be... I think the skeleton ones are only at night. Like all the skeleton. Oh. No boss? That's gotta be a boss. It's just, it has to be nighttime, right? It's gotta be. Go, Link. I don't have time for you to be slowly running up right now. I don't have any speed boost food. I don't know how much time I have. Oh, plenty? What the hell? So much time. I have a very suspicious rock right there. Like, I know there's no other Korok right there. But normally that rock would make me suspicious. The way that it's placed, I would seed there. So wait, did I say I had 57 at the start? So I only need to get 43 today. Stay on pace with my Korok hunt. Might just turn into extra time for side quests. Make sure I'm making good pace on those. I feel like definitely... How many Koroks are left? That would have been 658. 242. Right? I think so. Oh. I see right through your puzzles, Nintendo. Don't try this with me. Well, doing math was probably wrong. I can do math. It's just normally not right. That's the difference. Why are the markers not disappearing? Stepping right on top of them. That's not suspicious. Definitely nothing. Cracked pile of rocks. Oh. Perfect. For a second, I thought I was about to blow myself up with that, but it was just fart. Hunt the thing? I don't think I've hunted the thing. Oh. Oh, this is a fire. I thought that was a bomb arrow. I can't just light it like that. Oh, whatever. 2-0 against Saudi? Who? Playing Saudi today. Poland? Oh. I've been here before. I did the shrine that's up there. I've probably been. Oh, there's Geeky. Because at first I was just sitting here confused, like, I normally get a seat. Talk to Bird here? Not even here playing music. I must have talked to Bird here. More seeds to be done. That one. That one. Way down there. Up the... Also, we gonna talk about US versus England? Anyone? Anyone? I remember being told all about how the US sucked and how they stood no chance. It was gonna be like a 6-0 blowout game. Like, I don't know, you guys. Not be. Everyone was like, no, you're just America brain. Now I sit here, pridefully, knowing that I was right. One, they ended in draw. It was 0-0. Neither team scored a single point. Skill issue for England. How can you get hyped up so much for an easy win and then get completely locked out by the other team? To their credit, they also locked out the other team, but I was told constantly about how much of an easy blowout win it was for England, and then they got completely locked out. Love to see it. With any team in any sport, you love to see, like, crazy upsets like that. But that one especially, just because people were saying I was dumb for thinking that England might not win, made me happy. I think, from what I saw, I don't know if they actually, like, declare winner off of, like, just general game stats. Or if it is just, like, straight draw. Because I think they don't declare a winner off of, like, stats and all that. But I saw on Trending yesterday that apparently the US, like, won, in air quotes, even though neither team scored a point. The US team played better, like, statistically throughout the game. So people were memeing, like, the US won. See the Ramatra trailer? No, I had no idea they put out a trailer for him. Ramatra's the new Overwatch character that's getting added. When is the update? It's December something, right, Sepper? Tell me it's not December 2nd. Because that's Callisto Protocol. So, like, the whole weekend of, like, December 2nd to 4th, that's like, I won't stream Overwatch. I have been waiting for the Callisto Protocol anxiously since its announcement. I love the original Dead Space with all of my heart and soul, all of my gamer that I have available with me. December 6th? I could do that. But the people who actually enjoy the occasional Overwatch stream will be happy whenever he comes out, because, like, inevitably I'm gonna have to hop on Overwatch and play some tank games. Just checking out the new character. Hopefully he doesn't suck as much as Junker Queen does. Terrible character, Junker Queen. One of the worst tanks in the game. Like, Doomfist exists, but Junker Queen, one of the worst. His ult looks busted, plus base take. Dude, she's so bad. Like, when your tank is playing Doom or Junker Queen right now, your tank is just throwing. Like, I don't care how much of a one-trick, how goated they are on those characters. Like, even just one-tricking those characters is like a massive throw across all of your games. It's just like, why would you ever? Like, I have a buddy who is super hardcore into, like, competitive Overwatch, plays ranked all the time. When he mains Doom on tank. I'm like, he genuinely can play a good Doomfist. Like, he's not a bad fist to have. But I always say to him, why would you even main Doomfist when there are other vastly easier options available to you? Like, why even put in the effort to main Doom when, like, well, at launch Zarya existed, but now, like, Monkey exists. It's just crazy, man. I don't know why you'd do that to yourself. I can't imagine. Played quick play with Doom. He would be a really fun character if he did more damage. Used to, like, pre-Overwatch 2 update, he did enough damage to actually kill enemies. Now he just doesn't. Because he was a DPS. He had less health as a trade-off, but, like, he had 250 health, or, like, 225, maybe? Like, he had more health than most DPS characters. He was super mobile. He had decent damage. He was never, like, a meta character by any means. He was fun to play. He wasn't an absolute throw the way he has been in... Oh, I thought I heard something. Just those dudes sleeping. Oh. It's a balloon in a tree. Days I'm really into Lucio. Lucio's fun. I like Lucio. I've never been like a hard Lucio main. I actually played him a lot for my placements on Overwatch 2 for support. I played about half of them as Lucio and about half of them as Kiriko. So I didn't play support until Kiriko was in because I knew I wanted to play her. So I just waited. Callisto Protocol looks unreal. The new launch trailer continues to make the game look amazing. I know that the team that made the original Dead Space excels at, like, making a genuinely tense and unnerving survival horror experience. Their body horror is always fantastic as well, and that seems to be the same thing in Callisto Protocol. Like, I'm so ready. As I always say, I love horror, but only, like, creative, like, good horror, not, like, slasher movies or, like, The Exorcist, like, shit like that. The Conjuring. That stuff bores the hell out of me. But good stuff like Dead Space, that's that good. Trying to think of, like, a good horror movie. The first Quiet Place was pretty fun. I haven't even seen the second one, I'll be honest. But I did enjoy A Quiet Place back when that came out. I saw that in theaters. And I enjoyed myself. I thought that was a really entertaining movie. I haven't seen it since I saw it in theaters, though, so it could be one of those movies that I'm remembering as being better than it was. But, like, when I saw it, I did genuinely enjoy it. I thought A Quiet Place. I just like I said, creative stuff. Like, stuff that is new in some capacity, or just, you know, isn't the generic horror garbage that you get fed over and over and end up getting so sick of it. Best horror movie gotta be Human Centipede. Dude, I've seen it. It's... I would say no on that one. Or, like, Saw. Like, okay. The original and the second Saw movie. Saw 3 is fine. But, like, everything after Saw 3 is terrible. But the first 2 Saw movies, those are, like, genuinely good horror movies. Those are great. Love those. Never seen Saw? The first 2 are worth seeing. After that, am I beating up Ganon? All the way at the end. Very last thing I will do. Ow. Got a little overconfident on that one. Trying to think of other horror movies. Horror movies normally aren't great. I think, like, I mean, it kind of goes without being said, but there's something way more intrinsically scary about horror games compared to, you know what I mean? Like, you compare watching something passively that has, like, one predetermined outcome to, like, engaging in something that's happening to you, and you determine, or your actions determine whether the character you're playing as lives or dies. It adds way more tension when you're playing it in a game form than, like, watching a movie. I've never been into horror movies all that much, unless they're, like, really interesting, like Saw or A Quiet Place or something like that. Alien, the original Alien, was good. Oh, The Thing! How did I not think of The Thing sooner? If you haven't seen the original Thing, don't watch the remake. If you haven't seen, like, the old 80s The Thing, watch it. That's probably one of, like, that's one of my top 3 horror movies. That thing is, that thing. That movie is great. Thing just came into my head. Like, Fantastic Four The Thing? No, it's really good. That is definitely, like, one of my favorite horror movies. A lot of the older stuff tends to be more imaginative than the newer stuff, with the exception of, like, A Quiet Place. I think it happened... You guys remember, like, the beginning of the Xbox One, or I guess the end of the Xbox 360 PS3 generation, into, like, the beginning of Xbox One PS4 generation, when, like, every game felt like the same generic shit over and over again? Like, roughly 2012 to, like, 2015, I would say, maybe even 2016, where everything just felt so samey and boring in the games industry. That's kind of how, like, horror movies over the whole last decade have been. Like, that's just the point in horror that we're at right now. Where, like, everything is just the same recycled shit. And none of it's entertaining to watch anymore because you've seen it already. Your viewers were born halfway through the PS4 generation. Imagine having, like, a majority demographic of, like, let's see. PS4 was 2013, 2020. So, like, majority demographic of people born in, let's say, 2016. So, like, literal 6-year-olds. Can you imagine how painful a community built up of, like, majority 6-year-olds on the internet would be? I don't even want to try to conceptualize that. Thankfully, the majority of 6-year-olds don't have enough internet access consistently to, like, genuinely engage online communities like that. Majority. Some do. It's just PewDiePie. But no, isn't his what's his meme? Doesn't he say the 9-year-old army? Doesn't he joke that it's all 9-year-olds on his channel? Where the fuck is the rule? Every time I've said that, I've had to resist the temptation to say Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I haven't done it. 9-year-old army was like 2018. Okay, I haven't watched PewDiePie in a bit, right? Sue me. Even then, like in 2018, I really wouldn't have been watching him. Never the biggest PewDiePie fan. Like when I was like 11 and he was in his prime of like Amnesia, Outlast, like those old jump scare bait horror games. Yeah, I watched PewDiePie. I was like prime age demographic for it back. Also, why is my exposure so bright today? I'm telling you, nothing is different in my settings. But I look like this. Hold on, maybe it's this. No, that still looks really bright. Maybe the settings are wrong. Oh, also Sniper Get Down. Forgot I had that. No, the settings are the same. See that? Does that look too dark now? Does that look too dark? I don't know. I feel like that's kind of dim. Turning it down setting. Just me. That's fine. I feel like it's a little dim. What if I open this back up a little bit more where I normally have it? I feel like that's fine. Also, this piece of hair, every time, like after I get a haircut, this little part of my hair, man, it gets in this weird spot where it'll only go up like this far. It won't go all the way up because it's getting like too heavy. But there's also not enough hair right here to like make it transition well. Pain. Why can I? Fuck off. But you haven't had nutrients in years. That might just be my white balance. The white balance is the one thing. Yeah, it is the white balance. Every time I shut off my computer, my white balance, like, doesn't even reset to a default, but it kind of just, like, bounces around. Well, normally what happens is it turns on auto white balance, and then it's like, oh, I'm not supposed to use it. Mic cutting out a lot? My mic is cutting out a lot. It has been in general, and I have no idea why. I have not changed. I could try just turning off my noise gate. Or actually, let me just crank. Let's try that. All right. Tell me between now and the next time it cuts out. Tell me when it cuts out. Go. One of these times it's gonna. Thank you, Link. Now you're lying. It didn't just cut out. Have to be lying to me. Try this. Practically. Same thing again, start. Next time it cuts me out. Huh. First, wait. How's this? Let me know on this. Get your blue Yeti back out the closet. It's not the Yeti, it's my OBS settings. If it got worse, it's genuinely my OBS is doing some weird shit. I'm not playing with the mic, I'm playing with my OBS, like filters and stuff. Seems to be fine now. Alright, so this is the moment where I have to now admit that I've been using this audio setup on OBS for a long time. I noticed that it was cutting me out a little bit. Tried to tweak it. And, when it comes to the noise gate, I will fully admit that the problem, now that I've fixed it, I know what it was. I didn't actually understand what the open and the closed thresholds were. I thought the open threshold was the closed threshold and vice versa. So, that is the problem. It's because I was trying to fix my audio, but I only made it worse because I adjusted the open threshold in the wrong direction. Full transparency, that's exactly what happened. I have no idea what that means. This is the whole thing where, like, you hear some people say that, like, YouTubers and streamers have a really difficult time with tech, normally speaking. And it's true. You know why it's true? It's because I'm a whole ass production team. Like, I'm my own tech support, I'm my own talent, I'm my own producer, I'm my own manager, I'm my own audio engineer, I'm my own videographer. I am the entire production team here. And sometimes, I'm not enough of a professional in every single one of those regards to get everything right. Understandably so. It's hard. Alright. Uh-oh. That's going all the way. Uh-oh, yeah. That being said, sometimes it's also just that streamers have insane brain rot. So, never rule that out as a possibility. A lot of the time that is just the case. It's just the brain rot. Something about streaming, it does things to your brain. Makes it stupid. Like forgetting every single time that I can cancel out the stasis instead of waiting for the timer to run out. There. Streamer brain rot isn't real. He's just looking for an excuse to be dumb. It's very real. It is so real. There's a reason that, like, maybe it could be one of those things where you tend to attract like-minded people, like people who are similar to you. This is just like a general life thing. The whole you tend to attract people who are similar to you sort of thing. Maybe that's why all of my streamer friends are also just stupid. No offense to all of my streamer friends, but I've always just been like, nah, it comes with the occupation, man. It melts your brain over time. It takes all the wrinkles and the waves out of your brain. You go full smooth brain after you've done this for like a year or two. I've always thought it's that, but maybe it's just the whole attracting like-minded people thing. Where all of my streamer friends are stupid because I'm stupid. That could be it. I can't believe that the whole time I was trying to fix my audio, I was making it worse. That's unbelievable. That... But as soon as you said that it got worse after I cranked it all the way in one direction, I was like, oh. Okay. Yep. I've brought myself to buy PS Plus Premium for a year. How much is it? Or how much was it with the Black Friday, like, discount? I'm curious. Because I know that normally it's pretty expensive, but with the discount, how much were you able to get a year for? Also, I recommend immediately dropping your playthrough of God of War 4 and just going back to the trilogy and do those first. Not just because of story purposes, but also, at least from an outsider perspective, someone who's played the trilogy and not God of War 4, it seems like God of Wars 2 and 3 are just better than God of War 4. Oh, you already finished it? I thought you were still in the middle of it. Yeah, he's a PlayStation. He's one of those. One of those people. Oh, literally today. Okay, yeah, so in terms of what I got for Black Friday for myself yesterday, this is for stream. It's not even just like, oh, I bought stuff for fun. I bought Fallen Order, the Star Wars Souls-like game. I bought that for $6. I'll be streaming that at some point. Like I said, like after I finished Breath of the Wild, Miles Morales, and Callisto Protocol, which like Miles Morales has one more stream, maybe two, but realistically one. This has like 5 to 7, I would say, including today. And Callisto Protocol, I don't know how long the game will be, but that comes out December 2nd. And I'll probably move at a pretty brisk pace through it, assuming that the game is as good as it looks. Just along with how hyped I've been for it for a while now. Like, that game probably won't take me very long. Just because I will want to play it. It's like, once I've got all of those out of the way, there's not going to be new releases for a bit. Like, between Callisto Protocol, or sorry, after Callisto Protocol, there's not another, like, big release that I want to play until mid-January, I believe it is, when the Dead Space remake comes out. And even then, like, that's the only thing in January I'm really, like, keeping an eye on. Well, I just can't even grab them. God damn it. Well, I melted the snow off of both of them. Get up, Link. We got boulders to throw. Living boulders. We drop very rare materials. Very valuable materials. They didn't HD-ize the cutscenes? Well, okay. Technical speak. It's literally impossible for them to make the cutscenes HD in an old game like that. Unless they have all of the resources available. Or, sorry, all of the assets and project files available from the original cutscene renders. That's the only case where they could, make the cutscenes HD. It's that little buzzword that you hear. It's pre-rendered, meaning literally, like the way that I render out a video, that's what they did. It's not running like in a game engine or anything, where you can just like raise the resolution and it works. Like the video is whatever resolution it was originally exported at, which I'm pretty sure God of War 1, I think the PS2 was 480p? Or was it 480i? I don't know. Someone here might know the specs on the PS2. It was either 480p or 480i. I know it was one or the other. What the hell? It got a little wobbly on me. Oh my god, I'm freezing. Get in there. There. There we go. It's 480i to 480p. Both are right. Oh, like, does it depend on the game? Or are you telling me that it was that might mean that it was native 480i and they upscaled it to 480p on the output, like to your TV? It could be either one. I would lean towards the second one being the case. They might have run internal 480i and upscaled it on output. I think it's the latter. It sounds like that's probably what it was. So yeah, the cutscene was probably 480p then, considering they just rendered it out beforehand. It could be 480i. If it is 480i cutscenes in God of War 1, I'll be straight up, that's just the devs being really stupid. Because, like, sure, all of their game assets are native 480i, but if the PlayStation 2 was trying to output 480p, it would be way easier to just export your cutscene in 480p. Especially because there's no resources being used by the system to play it in real time. It's literally just displaying a video as if it's like a DVD player at that moment. It's perfectly fine to show it at 480p natively. But now I'm speaking in words that no one understands. I'm just speaking in tongues. Sorry, I'm a big nerd. I'm a big fucking nerd. Keep on crawling up for this flower. They look noticeably bad compared to the rest of the game. Yeah, so when I was doing the videos, Sepper, of God of War 1, that I inevitably dropped, we don't talk about it. But when I was doing those, and I was using an emulator, right? I was running the game at an upscaled... I was running the game itself at 1440p. But then, like, you know... The game itself... Or, sorry, the cutscene's pre-rendered. So... It would bounce between, like, 480p and 1440p. And that was very noticeable. But I was playing God of War 1 at 1440p and 60 FPS, like, locked. And it did feel really buttery smooth and nice. There's something about old games being, like, up-resed so that you can actually see, like, the blocky assets and everything. I kind of like that aesthetic. Like, I really... There's a survival horror game being worked on. It's like an indie dev thing right now. It's like 2 guys, I think, making this indie survival horror game. And the whole engine and aesthetic is meant to replicate... Sorry, hiccup. The PS1. It's supposed to look like a PS1 game, and they even have, like, little texture dithering effects on there and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, that shit looks so nice, even though it looks so shit. Like, there's something about that, like, classic retro style to me that I'm just like, whew, that's spicy. I actually just saw a mod recently came out for the original Quake, which is, like, one of the blockiest 3D games out there. It's the original Quake, but a guy ran it through a custom lighting renderer that he made for the engine, and he's ray tracing, well, specifically, he's path tracing the lighting in the original Quake. And there's something about, like, those really blocky assets and, like, those low-res textures, but with a ray-traced engine, like, the lighting being so realistic and so clean, but everything else looking so old-school that it tickles something in my brain, where I'm just like, that shit looks nice. That mod genuinely looks amazing, and I can't play it. I tried to install it, and I was like, I'm gonna do a video on that because it looks so clean. But I installed it all, I did manual installation and everything to make sure it would run right. And because my card doesn't natively support ray tracing, it especially doesn't natively support path tracing, and the mod, every time I try to open it, just crashes my game on launch. And no one has been writing on like forums or anything for the mod about crashing on launch. And I'm pretty sure that it's just because of my graphics card not supporting RTX. Sucks. The new PC, I will play Quake ray traced someday. That climb was way harder than it had any right to be, for the record. I got so lucky that when I fell, I got caught on that ledge. Skill issue. Hold on. Let me just like... Let me show you guys real quick. I'm just gonna like pull up a YouTube video of it and turn off the audio and show you. Because there's something about like those terrible assets like contrasted by the amazing lighting. Here's a Digital Foundry video on it, actually. I didn't know they did a video. I love Digital Foundry too. Oh. I want this. There we go. All right. Here. I show you. Look at how clean this looks. There's something about these assets looking so bad, but that lighting looking so crisp. There's something so aesthetically pleasing to me about stuff like this, where it looks beautiful and awful at the same time. There's something in my brain, man, that just... This looks nice. Looks real nice. This looks trash. Alright, bro. Oh, wow, that's a fancy little zoom thing. Now he's showing off other ray traced mods. Okay, let me go back to Zelda. But it looks super cool. Mario 64 looking different. It actually came out the same year as Mario 64. You're not terribly off track there. That was the PC game that originally was like pioneering 3D graphics. That was like one of the first PC games to ever use like full-on 3D graphics. It is very significant in like gaming history for that. Massively overrated game, by the way. Okay, but have you played it? Because I've played Quake many times over my life, the original one, and I love it. Did you play the PS4 port? No? Oh, Mario 64. Sorry. Mario 64 is good. Here's my thing, chat. Here's my thing. I think I've said this before. Hear me out. I respect your opinion. Mario games, they're all right. There's not really like a Mario game out there that I particularly love. Like, they're all good. There are ones that I enjoy. I think Sunshine is really fun. I think 64 is pretty good. I think Galaxy is pretty good. Super Mario World is the best 2D one, for sure. But, like, there's no Mario game that I'm like, oh, I love this game. Like, they're all good. Wait, is this a... Oh, I thought it was a free one. Just a test of strength. I'm not in my 30s. I'm barely into my 20s. Like, I've literally only been in my 20s for a few months. Hold on. Guardian armor. Odyssey is in my top 3. Odyssey? Fucking... you already know how I feel about Odyssey, right? That game was mind-numbing, dude. That game was so boring. I wish I could have gotten a refund on it. It's genuinely the only 3D Mario game that I just straight up disliked. It is the one and only 3D Mario game that I didn't enjoy playing at all. I know about this garbage take. It's just so boring. I've never understood the hype about Mario Odyssey. Spin to win on the major test of strength. What are you doing now? Oh, he's doing the little... Okay. I thought I could get the hit in. It's so fun. It's so boring. Like, the levels are so unstructured. Like there's no flow to it. It just kind of feels like I wander around until I find a moon, and then once I find a moon, it's like, oh, cool, you got a moon. I don't know, man. I played like 2 hours of it, and I never went back. I was not a fan. It's not the only game on my Switch that I like feel like I got burned for paying 60 bucks for. I also I feel like I've been less vocal about this because no one really likes this game. But I was one of the unfortunate many who bought Pokemon Sword during like the initial wave of hype when it first came out. That's another one that I'm like, I wish I could get my 60 bucks back on that one. Pokemon Sword, I got burned so hard on. Because I loved Pokemon Sword for all of like 4 hours. And then I was like, alright, it's still just a Pokemon game. Like there's nothing new. The wilderness was like, at first I thought it was super cool. And then I was like, there's really no depth to this at all. Like it's just a random area where you can find Pokemon. That's it. It's just a route, but like it's open instead of being like structured like a level. You know what I mean? Like a straight path. It's just like a big open field with Pokemon instead of like narrow pathways with Pokemon. That is the 102nd shrine. I have 25 more Koroks to go to get to 700 today. So you know we gotta do it. You know we gotta do it. I was always gonna do it. But now that I've seen that count, resume. I should put this on my snow boots. I can't believe that they didn't make the snow boots give you, what's it? Cold resistance. Because like, it does kind of feel like, I never need the full set on, but it would be really nice if I could at least get like a set with the snow boots or something, so that I could get like full cold resist, like with a set bonus, and be able to run in the snow quickly. Let me see what meme you've sent this time. You only played 2 hours? Bro, 2 hours has always been my benchmark. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this on stream, actually. I used to talk about it a good bit. I even used to call it my 2-hour rule, where it's like, if I play 2 hours of a game, and I don't have any fun in those 2 hours, I feel justified in dropping the game. Now, 2 hours, like, if one of my friends were to come to me, and they were like, yeah, I played like 2 hours of Breath of the Wild, I thought it was really boring. I would be like, that's fair. Because they gave it 2 hours. Like, that's a lot of time to spend with a game to not have fun with it. But you want to know how my friends are? And maybe my friends are just the most impatient bitches. This is possible. But I genuinely have 2 friends, right? 2 friends. Who, let me tell you this one. You aren't prepared for it. It says I've gone too far, but there's a whole mountain up here. Like a named mountain. And also, there's a Korok right here. Fuck. There's literally a Korok right here. Wait, hold on. Oh my god, okay, I'm dumb. The Korok is here. I went too far up. The map is hard to read sometimes. I have 2 friends, alright? Both of them wanted to try out the DMC games. After hearing me talk about them and seeing some gameplay of DMC 5, they were like, these games seem really, really fun. And I'm like, they are. You should try them. Both of them would end up getting the HD collection that has like DMC 1, 2, and 3. One of them played 10 minutes. and then told me that the controls were weird and he didn't like it. And he never played the game again, he refunded it. One of them played 6 minutes and told me the controls are weird and he didn't like it, and he refunded the game. So I feel like 2 hours is pretty good, but maybe my friends are just like horrendously impatient. Like, that could be the difference. Taste of your own medicine. 2 hours and 6 minutes are vastly different. Because within 6 minutes, them both being like, the controls are weird. The controls in the first DMC are weird when you start. But if you play like 30 minutes, an hour of it, they become like second nature. They're not bad at all. But like, expecting to get the controls down within 6 minutes, and if you don't, completely dropping the game and refunding it, that's crazy talk. That is wild. If I'm like 2 hours in, and I'm still having problems with stuff like that, it's probably not user error. At least that's the way I tend to think of it. Like, within 2 hours of repeating the same thing over and over again, if I still can't, like, naturally repeat those same things, like, if it still takes too much mental effort beyond, like, 2 hours of doing it, maybe it's, like, not very intuitive, or maybe it's just not, you know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. I'm struggling to word myself because I'm trying to do the map stuff at the same time now, which takes more of my mental bandwidth, I guess, than I would like to admit. But it's also just because, like, trying to match up points on this map can be kind of hard with all the topography stuff. You're just impatient. No, 2 hours is a really good amount of time. Well, it's also, like, we all have at least one friend who has told us this about at least one show, chat. Right? Right? We all have this friend. And it's happened to all of us more than once. But at the very least, it's happened to every single person one time. Where you have a friend with a show, and they're like, no, dude, this show is really good. You gotta try it. And you're like, okay, sure, I'll give it a shot. It sounds good. You watch it. It's not that good. You're not really into it. You watch, like, 3 episodes. Let's say it's a show where the episodes are an hour each. Like, you watch 2 or 3 episodes, you're like, I don't really like this all that much. And you stop watching it. Right? And then your friend brings it up days later. And you're like, yeah, I watched the first, like, 3 episodes. And I don't know, I didn't like it. And your friend is like, oh, dude, you just gotta stick with it. Like, Season 3 gets so good. What? It's like, my brother in Christ. I spent 3 hours of my free time just wanting to be entertained, and I got nothing in return for it. I wasted 3 hours. And you want me to waste another 15 to 20? What are you talking about? I hate that shit when people are like, no, dude, you gotta get to, like, this point. I'm like, dude, I tried. I already feel like I wasted time. I would really rather not continue. Wait, did he never have a flaming spear? Did I set his normal spear on fire? There we go. Finally got it. That is just a normal Moblin spear. Beautiful. Yeah, that shit, that's a peeve of mine. When people are like, no, dude, like, you just... Season 1 is terrible. But even if it's just like, oh, Season 1 is bad, you just gotta get past it. If it's like a 12-episode season with hour-long episodes, like the standard, you're asking me to watch for 12 hours before it gets good? Like, at that, I don't want to put a 12-hour down payment on my entertainment. Like, what are you talking about? That's crazy. I feel like putting 2 hours into a game and being like, no, this is bad. Just skip ahead. But I can never do that either. Hey, updraft? Question mark? Dude, That looked bizarre. Do I have a zoom bow? One that zooms in. Wait. Well, that was a fire arrow. I don't have a zoomed in bow. Oh well, I guess. I'm not. Oh, now I have an updraft, but I can't. I'm spamming the jump button. I can't pull my paraglider out. Oh, fuck. As soon as it happens, he's gone. Okay. Bonk, bonk, bonk. I wish that, Sorry, I was thinking in my head about this while I was trying to get the dragon. I wish that, more gaming services had, like, better refund policies. Like, Steam has one where it's like, if you've played less than 2 hours and your purchase was less than 2 weeks ago, you can get your money back, right? I wish that was, like... I wish the gaming industry more universally had, like, accessible refund policies. Because I feel like games... You know how you have games a lot of the time where they don't really play their cards until, like, the end? Or, like, they'll wait a really long time. Like, if you play Red Dead 2, it's an open world game. We all know this. Your first playthrough of Red Dead 2, it's gonna take you like 2 or 3 hours to get to the open world, though. Can't refund on PlayStation? See, that's ridiculous, right? You know what I mean? Like, if you purchase a game and you hate it on PlayStation, there's like, oh, okay, that sucks, I guess. You already bought it. Like, that's dog shit. It would make devs, like, show the good stuff sooner so that you don't have games like Red Dead 2. Is one of my favorite games of the last, like, 5 years. But I have a lot of people who I talk to about it who have tried it. And they're like, oh, well, you know, I played, like, the first hour and a half. And it kind of sucked. Like, it's just story. And you're stuck up in the snowy area. And I'm like, you know that this is, like, a 100-hour game. Like, you know that there's so much beyond that. And they're like, yeah, but, like, the beginning, I didn't have fun. I don't want to keep playing. And on one hand, like, I know what you get in Red Dead if you put in a few hours. Like, if you stick with it, it really opens up, and it's incredible. But at the beginning, you can see why so many players would turn away from it. You know what I mean? And the way that they kind of hold back and teach you things and open things up slowly in Red Dead is very important. Like, it can be huge to your enjoyment if you stick with it, because it makes sure it's not, like, overwhelming you with all the systems and mechanics, which there are so many in Red Dead 2. But at the same time, you have a ton of players where, like, they just, you know, they'll play, like, an hour or two. If they don't get the fun stuff, they're out. Like me with Mario Odyssey. And I think that if we had more... Because imagine, like, the effect that a universal refund policy, like, say, like, the EU or, like, the US passed, like, some sort of legislation that, like, required digital game vendors to allow refunds within a certain metric, right? Say in a hypothetical that happened. That would change the entire AAA industry. Because then you would have, like, this whole new meta, almost, like, in air quotes. You know how... Perfect example. YouTube right now. If you go and watch a YouTube video, the beginning of every video you watch has to be the best part of the video. Otherwise, they're gonna lose you to some other video. And that's, like, a complete wasted opportunity in the algorithm, right? Like, once you lose a viewer, that viewer is not coming back. That's just a general reality of, like, content creation, right? So it's formed this whole meta of, like, the intros and the first couple minutes of every YouTube video being, like, the strongest part of the video. Imagine if we had that with games, where like they had to make the intros so explosive and so entertaining that that it like practically just fucking grabs that part of your brain that wanders while you're playing when you get bored, and it just doesn't let go. Like the openings to games are just amazing, consistently. It could lead to other unforeseen problems, but at least in that respect, I think that refund policies only serve to help consumers, obviously. On the production side, it could cause problems, but I think it could lead to a lot of upsides on the production side as well. Marking more Koroks. Also, hello, Skull Kid. Trying to mark a bunch at a time, but in this area, they're kind of spread out a little more than they typically are. I think I might save a little bit of time fast traveling up there. What do you mean the word meta? Was that like is this an autocorrect thing, or am I just like having complete streamer brain where I'm not thinking of what you're trying to say? The only thing I can think of is, you mean subtitles on videos? How like the meta is very strongly geared towards like subtitling stuff. And not just subtitling stuff, but like subtitling it in a really flashy, kind of pop out of the screen kind of way. Where the subtitles are like moving and animated throughout the whole thing, and they're like popping up, they're going away. Because it just keeps your brain engaged a little bit more. That's the only thing I can think of, is like the subtitle meta. Because reading stuff while you're watching, it does engage your brain more. And it prevents you from feeling bored. Like, there's a reason behind the whole subtitle meta. If you ever wonder why I don't do it, straight up, it is so time-consuming to subtitle like that. And, like, also, especially right now with the Call of Duty stuff I'm doing, the amount of time I would spend subtitling on, like, some of those videos that are longer, bruh. I can't sit there and subtitle, like, 20 minutes of me talking. I just can't. I would never be able to. Because doing those full, like, animated, poppy kind of subtitles takes a lot of time. I keep forgetting I have bird power. Gotta get up here. I could probably fly over that. Oh, the word meta. It's not a... Well, people use it like a word. It's an abbreviation, though. I don't see many people talk about the abbreviation. I also said this on stream once and got so many question marks. Everyone was like, wait, it stands for something? But meta stands for most effective tactic available. So, like, when I'm talking about, like, metas in, like, AAA game dev or, like, YouTube or stuff like that, I do mean it very literally, where it's, like, currently with the way the industries are, there is kind of, like, one thing that you should always be doing to at least maximize your success. I was gonna say guarantee it, but maximize is more the word I'm looking for. The big katana. Whoa, is that a 5-shot? He hit me with 3? Bruh. Wait, what the hell? I probably knew that it did that before. It is so bright. Shit. Let me put on first, I eat cold resist food. Yum. Then we put on the thick boy armor. And fuck it. We try to dodge. Oh shit, I still don't have enough. There we go. That works. I'm still thick enough. God damn it. Fight me like a man. I haven't fought a Lionel in a long time. Forgot I could do this. Meta the word and metaverse make it stop. Yeah. In like gaming / like industry topics, meta is normally the abbreviation. I always love people's reaction to when I tell them that it's an abbreviation for something. Get on. Shit, I should have tried to flurry there. Uh-oh. Ah! I feel like once you pick up all the little things with like how to fight a Lionel, and especially once you get like all this upgraded armor and shit, they become like non-threatening. They're just a giant health bar. It's more of a patience test than anything once you're used to them. Chop. Chop. Because, like, even that's only 160 of his 5,000 health for that flurry rush. It's not hard to execute. Just, it takes so long. Here's the plan right now. Yeah. Take a big chunk of the health off with the lightning strike. Got his ass again, even if he got me. I'm just trading him out to hit him with lightning constantly. What? That's crazy. That's not right, man. How durable is this wind cleaver, though? Oh, I didn't have my sword out. Shit. Alright. Good night, sweet prince. Give me all of my loot. I earned all that loot. Okay. The Korok hunt continues. No spin. Yeah. I was actually hoping to spin, but I forgot that it does the, like, cut the air thing. That was my plan when I first pulled it out and was holding the charge for a really long time. I was trying to spin. Resume. Waggle through the air. These ones being so spread out has definitely slowed the Korok grind today. What am I supposed to do here exactly? Assuming it's like a match. Oh, yeah, it is a match the pattern. I see it. Okay. It almost landed where it needed to. That would have been awesome if I just threw it and it rolled up to here. Thank you. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. This is what they call cute aggression. Is that what that was? I just saw the little guy and had to drop a rock on his head. Couldn't control the impulse. It's supposed to do here. Is it at the bottom? Oh, it's this rock. Okay. I was like, what the hell is this? There we go. We're roughly at like 680-ish right now. Give me that. Hit me with that. Should bring me all the way up and over, right? Sir. Okay. That's not the worst. I have bird powers that I always forget that I have. I don't know what to play. Still got GTA. Oh, wait. Hold on. This is a PC thing. Oh, I just accidentally opened Opera. God damn it. I don't even know why I have that browser installed still, man. Terrible. Okay. The browser is fine. I have it installed for one specific reason. It's, my C drive is very full. Like, all the time. I struggle to keep it... Or I struggle to keep, like, enough available storage on it. So, I use Opera. Just because with Firefox, I can't... I'm having, like, a problem. I can't change the drive that it's downloading files to. So when I have a big download, I just use Opera, because it'll download to a separate drive. That's literally the only reason I have two browsers on my computer. God damn it. I was just about to search. Oh, that's a star fragment. It's going to see... oh, that's not even on sale for... What? Sorry, the audio was on. That's my bad. That's barely even on sale. I was gonna see if, like, Vampire Survivors for PC people was, like, super dirt cheap. Because normally at full price, the game is $5. And I was gonna see, like, with the autumn sale, which is, like, the Black Friday slash Cyber Monday Steam sale. I was gonna see if it was, like, significantly cheaper. But it's literally only like 75 cents off. Like, it's $4.25. It's still cheap. But it's not even that much cheaper. It's barely even a sale at 15% off. I just want Guardian parts. Oh god. Oh. Goodbye, boys. Are there any, like... What are, like, the cheapest games on the autumn sale? I'm gonna see if there's anything, like, crazy good on Steam right now for the autumn sale. I'm just browsing while I run to the next Korok real quick. God of War is barely on sale. That's so disappointing that it doesn't go on sale for more. Doom Eternal is $10. That's a pretty good deal. Doom 2016 is $5. Hold on, what are the old Doom games priced at right now? Because those are, like, pieces of gaming history that I always recommend to people. Doom 1 and Doom 2 are $2 each, and Doom 3 is $4. Really, the whole Doom franchise right now is a steal for those kinds of prices. You can literally buy the bundle that has Doom 1 through 3, Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, and Doom 64. 6 Doom games for $28.88 on Steam right now. The entire franchise you can own for less than $30 right now. Steam sales are beautiful, man. Absolutely beautiful. Am I gonna play Master Mode? Maybe someday, but definitely not on stream. God of War is really cheap right now. $38 is not really cheap. On console, I feel like it is if it's on sale for the same thing, but on PC, that's like barely even a sale. Steam sales are normally like very, very good deals, like insanely good deals. God of War stands out as being like still a little pricey for a sale game at like $38. Not Ragnarok? Yeah, God of War 4. Ragnarok isn't even on PC yet. It's 50% off? On Steam, it's only 25% off. That's bullshit. God of War 4 is $15? That's just not right. Are you telling me that on PlayStation they sell it for $30? Is that full price for God of War on PlayStation? Is it 30 bucks? Because on Steam, they sell it at 50 bucks. 30 bucks is full price. That is so horseshit. Because even on sale on Steam right now, it's like just short of $40 to buy God of War 4. Well, Sony, explain yourselves. What's up with that? What's the deal? If it was 15 bucks on Steam, I probably would have bought it on the sale yesterday. But like The Witcher 3 on Steam right now is 8 bucks. Trying to find deals here. Oh wow, guys, the Gotham Knights Visionary costume pack is only $15, down from $25. Amazing. Red Dead 2 on Steam is $19 right now. That's a deal for people who haven't played it, honestly. It's a big deal. Huge deal, I would say. I'm just browsing deals while Korok hunting. This is beautiful. Wish I got God of War. I will hold my tongue. Haven't played it yet. I will hold my tongue. Battlefield 1 is $4 on Steam right now. It's an older multiplayer game, but it's a really good one. Super, super fun game. Older as in like 2016. It's not even old. Wow, Skyrim VR. Only 15 bucks. I guess that's not the worst deal, but like... It's Skyrim again. You know, it's the whole meme of like, how many times are you gonna sell me Skyrim? I refuse to buy like a newer version of Skyrim. I still only have the original version in my library. I refuse to buy an updated version of Skyrim. I already bought the game once on Xbox and once on Steam. I'm good. I don't need to buy it like 3 more times. With like the special edition, definitive edition, and VR edition all being on Steam. I don't need them. I don't need them. I have Skyrim already. And Skyrim has mods. Like, literally everything that's in those upgraded versions, I could just mod into the original. You never played Skyrim? Sepper? Have you... You've played Skyrim, right? The second best Elder Scrolls game? I will never back down from this opinion. You haven't? Oh boy. I'm gonna need you to give me your gamer card back, Sepper. I just got word that you are not one of us. Should I? It's a weird question with Skyrim. I think Skyrim is just okay and nothing more. Like, if you're just asking, like, Skyrim's fine. But, it's such a significant game that it's just weird to hear people say they haven't played it. It's just one of those. Like, honestly, the game is super overhyped, but it still shocks me when people haven't played it. Back to looking for any crazy sales I can find. City Skylines is only 9 bucks. Dead Cells is only 15. I've heard good things. Oh, Deep Rock Galactic is 9 bucks. Let's see here. Wow, good news, guys. Sea of Thieves is only $20. Can't believe they sell that for 40 still. That's unreal. Put this rock here. I'm so distracted by the Steam sale. This is like the most I've looked at it. I really have barely glanced at it at all before this. A lot of these sales are like pretty good, but games that I just either haven't played or that I have little interest in. Like, yeah, Elder Scrolls Online is only $6, but like, I played that game when it came out on Xbox and it sucked. I pre-ordered that game because I was an Elder Scrolls fan growing up. Oh, there's a dragon again. Not blowing 55 bucks on a game that doesn't seem interesting to me. Do they? I'm curious. Can you buy, like, the old Skyrim on PlayStation? Like, the original one? Or did they do the thing where, like, with the new releases, they took down the old listings? Because on Steam, you can purchase any of them. Like, they're all available on Steam. But I wonder if on consoles, they did the thing where they just delisted the originals so that you could only buy the new, like, overpriced versions. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they did that. It's Bethesda we're talking about. How long is left for Hello Neighbor 2? I don't know. I have very, very little faith. Like, I don't even think I'm gonna look at gameplay for it, man. After how bad the first one was, and Secret Neighbor was, I have zero... I don't even know how the franchise is continuing. Because it was popular when it came out, but it was also, like, just kind of universally hated when it came out. Like, it had so much pre-release hype, but then everyone when it came out was like, oh, this is terrible. Sonic Mania is only $5, for those of you who haven't played it. I really didn't even enjoy it that much. Again, man, I haven't played a Sonic game yet that I'm like, yep, this is good. Marvel's Avengers is $8 on Steam. I feel like that's still too much from what I've seen of that game, but hey, it's $8. That's a pretty massive markdown from its base price. Mortal Kombat 11 is only $10 right now. Mortal Kombat 11 is pretty good. Well, if you're a casual fighting game player, it's good. If you're like a hardcore fighting game person, you'll probably not like it. But for someone like me who grew up playing Mortal Kombat, like, that's a good one. I don't know. There's not really all that many sales on here that are exciting. Let me open up, like, I've just been browsing the front page. Let me go to where it's, like, actually curated for my stuff. Alright, now we're looking at the deals, boys. Now we got deals on deals. Alright. Just Cause 2 is $1.50. Super Meat Boy is $1.50. If you've never played Super Meat Boy, it'll raise your blood pressure. But go for it. I'm never gonna play it again. I've completed it as a child, and I never want to go back. Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes is $2 on Steam. Mirror's Edge Catalyst is $2. Rainbow Six Vegas 2 is a badass game. It's $2.50. $50. Let's see. Just Cause 3 is only $3. Max Payne is $3.50, literally tree fitty. Telltale's The Walking Dead is about $3.75. It's at $3.74, which is a really weird price. Let's just say $3.75. Anything else here that's particularly interesting? Titanfall 2 is $4.75. Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga is $5.
Daruk's protection is now ready to roll.
Thank you, Daruk. Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain is $5. Halo Wars is $5. Bayonetta is $5. The new Super Meat Boy Forever, that came out this year, is $5. What else we got? Deals on deals on deals. This is... The Complete Saga is $100 on PS4. That can't be real. It just can't be. I refuse to believe it. Oh, God damn it. Let me up, man. South Park, The Stick of Truth is $7 on Steam. That's a game. Yeah, there's a lot of Steam deals. Just not much that I'm necessarily like, oh yeah, I need to have that. Because a lot of these are like games I played on console back in the day that I don't particularly feel the need to replay. You know what I mean? I can play it with PS Plus. Oh, are you saying that the only way to play it is with PS Plus on PlayStation? No? Is it actually $100 to buy it? Separately, it's $100. Console gaming, am I right? Sorry, console. Sorry, console friends. Yeah, that one was handed to me. Oh, it's banned in the Netherlands? The Roblox game, right? We're talking about the Roblox game? Or is Roblox banned in the Netherlands, or just, like, the Adopt Me game? Isn't that a pretty popular one? Isn't that one that... What is Adopt Me? Someone explain. Just Adopt Me, okay. Someone explain the game to me. I know jack shit about Roblox. Outside of their horrendous business practices and their really predatory models, I know nothing about it. I've played it like a handful of times, and I've never had fun with it. Roleplay? Oh, it's roleplay on Roblox? Roleplay on Roblox goes hard? What you mean? Oh, my dude. Why is this bear running from me? Aren't you supposed to fight me? Bring me back to Elden Ring, where bears are like 10 feet tall and charge at you at the slightest sound. This bear is afraid of me. Like, what is this? And I apparently can't kill him. Bruh. How much health do you have? I've dealt like 100 damage, excluding the fire damage that lingered. How chonky is he? How much health do you got? The fuck? Oh my god. You just survived that. Escape minion obby. Predatory models. Why would Roblox employ models? I mean, they're business models. They're, because the whole thing is built on, like, Roblox is literally a game engine with, like, some default assets thrown in, and they just, like, let kids make games, right? Like, that's what Roblox is. And you almost never see, like, actual games being made with it. You see, like, these little kind of mini games where they just use the default assets and nothing else, and they just make something really shitty, because, like, they're kids, right? But the amount of cut that Roblox, like corporate, takes from the money or the revenue that you produce through those games, like the microtransactions and stuff, is crazy. I think they take like, yeah, 75%. Thank you. I was like trying to think of it. I knew it was well above 50, but I couldn't remember the number. Clearly wasn't sarcasm. Yeah. I got the joke, but now you got me going. Roblox as a company is super, super shitty. they've actually been getting in legal trouble in a lot of countries over their business model like that. They actually, correct me if I'm wrong, they lost a court case in some country, like one of the biggest ones, as far as like sales and stuff like that goes. I think they used to take, what's it? More than 75%, but they had to lower it as a result of that court case. I don't remember much about that, but I think that they used to take more than a 75% cut. They also offer zero, like, protections or anything for the developers of these games. Because there are genuine game studios, in case you don't know this. This is your fun fact for the day. There are genuine, like, registered as a corporate entity game studios that exclusively make games in the Roblox engine and on the Roblox platform. And because the entire engine is exclusive to their platform alone, the burden of, like, protections for developers and stuff goes completely to them. And they offer jack shit. They don't offer anything. So you have a lot of, like, genuine, like... there's a lot of these registered businesses that are breaking a lot of just, like, standard business laws and stuff. In terms of, like, how many hours they require of their employees, how much they pay their employees, stuff like that. But because it's exclusively on that one platform, there's some legal thing where, like, the government can't step in and Roblox corporate is supposed to, but they don't. And they've had a couple lawsuits over stuff like that as well. Those are very recent, though, and I don't think any of those lawsuits have concluded yet. Yeah, Roblox, like, as a company, fucking horrendous. Like, absolutely awful. Wowza! Wait, if I use a drill shaft on this... Oh no, it doesn't do extra damage. That's unfortunate. I was like, would it instantly break the little ore rock on his back? That would have been awesome. I'll just shoot it. Honestly, that's a fucking nuke. My sword isn't gonna do that much damage.
It is my pleasure.
What? I took damage from bumping into his knee. Oh, I'm missing. That's just way easier than doing what I'm supposed to do. Ooh, lots of sapphire. That's a lot of rupees that I just got there if I sell all that. Oh, Nelly. Legend of Zelda roleplay Halloween update. Oh my, I hate Roblox. I hate it more now. Now that I've been told this is a thing. Am I still scared of Guardians? No, I found out how to parry them, and now they are, like, the least threatening enemy in the game. Aside from, like, the most basic bokoblins in the starting areas, like, the Guardians are genuinely some of the least dangerous enemies now that I've learned how to parry them. The next time I play Breath of the Wild, it's gonna be really unfortunate because immediately off the rip on the Great Plateau, you know how there's that one shrine where you have to kind of go through the Guardian maze? And when you first start playing the game, it's an actual challenge because you have no idea how to handle them. Like, on my next playthrough, I quite genuinely am gonna be there with, like, my pot lid shield, just parry-godding through that place and getting resources. Did I just lose the rock? How do I get friends to play PlayStation games with? Like, you could use Discord servers and, like, Reddits and stuff. A lot of them have, like, LFG, looking for group. Depends on the game you're trying to play with people on. Like, if you're looking for people to play, like, COD with, you would want to find, like a COD Discord server that has, like, a looking for group, chat. And then you could just, like, find people there. Oh my god, I tried to, like, hit multiple of them, and I hit none. Damn it, I tried to do it again. Come back to the middle, come on now. What the fuck is that? Oh. Promote the Discord? I don't have LFG. Oh yeah, people on Discord can definitely be... But Discord servers, I don't know, like if you watch like a YouTuber who exclusively plays like one game, like if you watched like a GTA Online YouTuber and he had a Discord server, he probably has like an LFG, especially because GTA Online has so many like raid type activities. You could probably find an LFG just in a server like that. Rock. Yeah, they can be. But like that's a pretty good place to start. Xbox actually has like LFG stuff built into their online platform. This was even back on Xbox One they had this, like when I was kind of on my way out of being a console gamer. Xbox One had this where they literally have a built-in like looking for group or like community post feature where you could like just put up a post and be like, hey, I want to play like Black Ops 3 Zombies with friends, but I don't have any friends that play the game. Anyone want to play this map with me? And people would reply to you and be like, yeah, bro, just send me an invite, add me sometime. Like Xbox Live has their own built-in like LFG stuff. It's actually really nice. I'm surprised the PlayStation hasn't done that yet, if they haven't. Because it's actually like a really cool thing that Xbox Live does. I don't say much positive about Xbox or PlayStation nowadays, but I'll give Xbox that one. Oh, I see rocks up top. Yep, there it is. I see them boulders. I know the gimmick. England managed to tie with the US. Let's talk about it. I tried to gloat about it earlier, but no one would respond to me. Because everyone was like, no, dude. I was saying that there was a good chance that the US, like, tied or won. And everyone's like, no, this is going to be an absolute blowout. England's going to roll them, like, 6-0. There's no shot the US even comes close. I was like, I don't know, man. They definitely could. I think they could. And everyone made fun of me and told me that I don't know anything. And now, here we are. And I tried to say I told you so earlier, and no one responded, including Sepper, who was here at the time. And that rock is going all the way. At least one of them stayed up here. On. Boulder bowling. They're bouncing over it. Their chants are funny though. I don't know them. Honestly, this is just like, even in like US based sport leagues, I think team chants are super lame. Like the Minnesota Vikings have one that is beyond cringe-inducing. I've always just been like, I don't know. I've always thought they were kind of lame. I've never understood it. Although, was it Ecuador whose chant I was, I misunderstood Ecuador's chant because, like, I speak a bit of Spanish, but it's not very good. Did make me want to 1812. You mean start shit with them and lose and shamefully return back to your home? Sorry, not sorry. If you wanted to 1812, yeah. Oh wait, no, that's not, sorry, that's a different thing. Britain won 1812? Yeah, what even was the War of 1812? I forgot, that's a different thing. Hold on. And it's against the UK and its allies, with limited participation by Spain in Florida. Okay, but what was it? All that the little opening paragraph told me was, it was the US and their indigenous allies and UK and Spain. That is all that I got out of that paragraph. I'm still reading, and what? What is, I can't, wait, UK didn't win. The result was a military draw, apparently. There wasn't a winner. Was there a treaty? Did we sign a treaty? Is that it? Both sides were just like, alright, yeah, we're good. Yeah, there it is. The Treaty of Ghent was agreed upon in 1814 and ratified 2 months later by Congress. Okay. So it was a peace treaty at the end. No one won or lost. They both kind of lost. Both sides were like, we had enough, we're done. But what happened? I'm literally like reading the Wikipedia page right now and I can't find out why this war happened. I'm genuinely trying too. I've read like 4 paragraphs. I can't figure out why this even happened. Hey, someone got the TLDR for me on the War of 1812? Because I just read 6 paragraphs of Wikipedia and I still don't understand shit. Britain effectively won the War of 1812. Go to the War of 1812 shit and look at results. Yeah, that's what I was seeing. Military draw inconclusive. We signed a peace treaty. No, Alex Jones quotes can be funny. Like, just because the guy said some ridiculous shit doesn't mean that he didn't say some really goofy, funny shit as well. Like, are we just gonna act like because he said all that whack shit about, like, the kids of said event that I will not name by name, that turning the frickin' frogs gay is no longer funny? Because we would be lying. Like, that's still funny. That he genuinely was trying to preach to people that the chemicals in the water were turning the frogs gay. Because the US government was trying to turn you gay. Like, that's still very funny. I won't sit here and lie and say that it isn't. I don't even know how many more Koroks I need. I might after like this set of 5, I'm gonna fast travel and see if I've gotten over 700. Sometimes they're even funnier in context. That's one that's hilarious out of context and in context. Because, like, out of context, it's him yelling about the water turning the frogs gay. In context, he's still yelling about the water turning the frogs gay. But in an attempt to convince people that the US government was turning them gay. So even, like, in context, it becomes funnier. That's just the all-time, like, best thing that man has ever done. Was try to convince me that the US government was turning me gay with the water. God damn it. Okay, right here. What? There we go. We're bickering about land in the northwest of the US. It was ended in what was basically a draw, but the draw did affect Britain much more positively than it did the States, but it's a draw. Like, when both sides... It's like, I'm trying to think of a good example. Well, that's not a good example. Technically, this is a bad example, but, like, technically the Vietnam War didn't have a winner or a loser. If we're, like, looking at it logistically, though, it is kind of like the US effectively lost. Because, yeah, it was a neutral agreement to stop the fighting. Like, both sides lost, in air quotes. But the US started that shit. Like, we went in there trying to be big dog. And then we, like, gave up. So, like, we effectively lost. I don't know which side really started the shit with the War of 1812, but I would take the same philosophy there. Which side sparked the initial conflict? Not the initial, like, you know, initial disagreements or anything, but, like, who made the first conflict on the other side? Because whoever did that is who lost. That's what I will say. In the same logic that I say that we lost the Vietnam War. If I'm not in their next stream, they'll kill me. Here's what you do. If this is on YouTube, you dislike their stream, and you never go back. Simple. Hold on, I could probably easily find what the first, like, actual military conflict of the War of 1812 was. That can't be hard. I go back to this giant page. Invasions of Canada. Canada was involved in this too? Why were they not in the summary? Where was the first military conflict? Come on now. The British had a small squadron of warships on Lake Ontario when the war began. The Americans established a Navy yard at Sackett's Harbor, New York, a port on Lake Ontario. Sorry, I don't want to read this entire thing. Who shot first? Who shot first? How is this so hard for me to find? Come on now. Who shot first? It can't be this hard to find. Watch more oversimplified, swear to God. Come on. I gotta be able to find this. Let me just wander over to the next Korok while I do this. I'm so confused. Why is this so unclear? Han shot first. Han did shoot first. Alright, he did. Oh, also, hello, Forcible. Canada was basically still Britain at that point. Han did shoot first. Disney fucked it up. TLDR on that whole debate. I actually hate that. that Disney changed that to try to make Han like a good guy at the beginning. Han Solo was not supposed to be a good guy from the first scene he was in. He was supposed to be a bad dude. Hence him shooting Greedo. You know? That was the whole point with that scene, was to show you that Han was like a little, he had a little edge to him. He was a little bit of evil in him. He shot the guy. You know. I'm going to history.com because Wikipedia is impossible to figure it out. Pauses. The war breaks out. Here we go. This should be it. I need an apple. God damn it, they're trying to get me to sign up for a newsletter. Oh, I have 2 apples. Hopefully they still accept. Oh, Tippecanoe. I know Tippecanoe. I don't think it's actually pronounced like that, but that's always how I remembered it in school. I believe that Rey was there and she actually shot Greedo. That's a good headcanon. We'll go with that. Alright, let me fast travel and see if I have enough Koroks. If we're over 700, I'm done grinding them for the day. It seems like this war is just really dumb. I don't know. Oh, we're at 697. I literally need like a handful more. Hold on. Okay. So, it's kind of confusing. So, US troops had a little squabble with some natives in the Northwest. The US won that conflict because of course they did. And the natives went to the British, who were in Canada at the time, and said, hey, could you keep the Americans away? And so the British were like, hey, better not, because we'll shoot you if you do. And then the US pushed them on it, and they did. So it's like, I would honestly say this is equal blame. Like, this is crazy complicated. But I would probably say equal on this. Because, like, technically, Britain shot first, but the US also knew that they were going to shoot, and they were trying to, like, test them. So, honestly, I would just call that overall draw. Because that's, like, that is way more complicated than I thought it would be. Normally, with conflicts like that, there's one guy who just goes in there and starts blasting. But that's just not what happened here. Well, needs to be a 4th grade teacher. That's a very good summary after a lot of reading. Cassian straight up murdered a dude within the first minute of appearing in Rogue One. Speaking of Cassian, it's still not to the point where we can talk spoilers for, like, the last couple episodes. But I actually watched the last 2 episodes last night with a friend who's in town right now. He and I both had been caught up through episode 10, hadn't seen the finale yet. We watched it together last night. That show was great. Very, very good. Andor, thumbs up. There is going to be a 2nd season of it. For those who don't know, like, Andor from the offset was greenlit for 2 seasons to tell its full story. So it's not like a whole, like, it's not a wholly satisfying finale. They leave a lot still out there. But, good show. Cole, what? Andor, good. It doesn't matter who won 1812. Well, I got curious. I was like, who started it? You guys won the Pig War? We've won most of our wars. That is something that, like, the US just has done. Like, normally, when the US, normally I say, when the US gets involved, we are on the winning side. But there's exceptions, like, War of 1812 I would call a draw. Not most of your wars against Britain? Well, there's only 2. Right? Yeah, there's only the 2. So we're 50-50. Am I forgetting a third one? The Pig War was against Britain? What was the... Now you have me looking... Oh, it was between us and the UK. What the fuck was this? This was a very small... This... I'm looking at, like, just the, Okay, so we've won 66% of our conflicts with Britain. Average American? This was essentially... It's not literally, but it's a mostly bloodless war. Quite literally, Sepper, there were only 400 US soldiers involved, and there were only 2,000 British soldiers involved. Also, how do you lose that? How do you go in 2,000 to 400 and you lose? That is an L and a half. Can I get an amen, chat? Can I get an amen? How do you go in with 5 times the manpower and you lose? You didn't win? That's what I'm saying. Like, if that's just 1 of 3, we still have 66%. That's still most. That is still most. Where the fuck is Rock? Where is it? Clearly there's... Oh, here it is. So what's missing? It's over on this side. Because this is the side that the Korok was on the map with. What rock is missing? Wait, is there supposed to be... Yeah, there's one in the middle of this little circle. That's it. So yeah, I guess we drew the War of 1812. We drew Vietnam. But, like, again, I've always considered that we lost Vietnam. Yeah, we've got a pretty solid track record in terms of, like, wars. At least when you aren't recklessly bombing 2 random cities in Japan. Okay, I've spoken on this before. And I have, like, an unmoving stance on this. Was it a little overkill? Yeah. Does it outweigh the absurd war crimes committed by Japan in World War II? Somehow, still no. Like, if you actually go and look into what Imperial Japan was getting up to during World War II, it is fucked. Like, it is actually so dark and twisted, it is unbelievable. And it's on such a large scale, too. It's super fucked up. If you ever want to go down a really dark rabbit hole, go down Japan's war crimes in World War II. Because holy shit. There's some crazy stuff in there. Like some absolutely unreal stuff. Killing hundreds of thousands of innocents? Again, look into Japan's stuff. I'm telling you. There's some really crazy shit. Hold on, hold on. What was that one thing? There it is. I was like, I know I've looked into this before. This was crazy. Okay, this was absolutely absurd. So there was a little atrocity, if you will, committed by Japan in World War II. And I straight up can't... Oh, okay, there's an alternative title to this. I know it as a name that I can't say on YouTube. But if you're ever looking into like some old Japan war crimes, we're talking Nanking. We are talking Nanking. We are talking that. Because holy shit. Just a little tomfoolery. I have it pulled up right now. The death toll of this conflict is about 40,000 soldiers dead and between 200,000 and 300,000 civilians dead. And that's one. That is one of the war crimes of Japan's in that era. So, yeah. Just a little tomfoolery. Oh, yeah. You're fighting a defensive war? No, I don't think so. Because, like, I see something, like, I see an argument to be made there. Because it's like, they're not necessarily at fault, or, I guess, like, doing something wrong. But, like, if you are armed and defending from an attack, then you're typically not considered civilian at that point. But Japan is kawaii ulu land? Yeah, I don't know why. Because, like, even going through school and stuff, like, with a few years of, like, World War II education thrown in as, like, units, in, like, history classes year after year, I was never taught a single thing about, like, Japan doing really fucked up shit. Learned so much about, like, what Germany did during World War II, because of course, but never a single thing about Japan. Japan was always, like, a footnote. Like, yeah, there's Pearl Harbor, and, like, they were allied with Germany, but that was, like, it. Like, that was it. They never told us anything more about Japan in school, at least here in the US, like, at least in my education system. I never learned more about what Japan was up to around that time. That's like a rabbit hole I went down on my own a couple years ago, and I was like, oh my god. That's bad. It's bad when I can look at it and be like, did we nuke a couple of the largest cities, killing like a few 100,000 innocent people? Yeah. But holy shit, if that's like all the bad that we did, which it probably isn't, but if that's like all the documented bad we did compared to what's documented of Japan, we look better by comparison somehow. That's crazy. Like, just that sentiment alone is fucking wild. Soldiers being innocents depends on the individual. Yeah, but like I said, it's like once you're armed, especially with like a gun, trying to defend against military conflict, at that point you're no longer deemed civilian. At that point, you're a threat. Yeah, every country's done some bad shit. Germany and Japan are like top of the list. Definitely. Even if the soldiers were drafted. But yeah, again, it's like intent and like reason for being there is one thing. But once you are pointing a gun at the other guy in a conflict environment, you are a threat. You're not a civilian anymore. I don't think so. Kanye West. Okay, he didn't say that. He didn't say something that bad. Sigma male move? No, definitely not. Also, my grandpa had this one friend in the retirement home. He's probably dead by now. But he was a POW on the Eastern Front in like the US-Japan conflict during World War II. And the dude that, like the stuff that dude would tell you that he saw / went through while at that camp.
Mifa's
Woof.
race is ready.
A purely defensive war. Yeah, again, like, in general, it doesn't matter, like, reason for being there or anything. If there's a guy with a gun pointed at you, and you point a gun back, you are going to get shot. Like, by law, like, by international law, it's required in a military conflict that even if a soldier of the other side is surrendering, you have to take them in as a POW. You can't kill them if they're surrendering.
Scale is now ready.
Why are there 3 of them? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Sepper. Like, at that point, they aren't legally able to kill you. You're not making a distinction between civilians and innocents. If you point a gun at the guy, that is intent to kill in any circumstance. If you want me to label it as innocent instead, that's still not innocent. At any point, in any circumstance, if you point a loaded, or even a gun that seems loaded at someone, that's intent to kill in any circumstance. War environment or not. That will get you shot. Intent to kill is not innocent. Balkans are proud of our war crimes. Now, the Balkans have done some crazy shit. Do you consider home defense innocent? No. If you kill the other person? Like, if you kill someone, it's like, should you go to prison for it? That's debatable on yes or no. Are you completely innocent? No. You killed someone. Whether or not that person wanted to kill you, like, you killed someone. There's nothing innocent about that. Where the fuck are these rocks? Like, what am I supposed to do with one rock? So confused. There are 3 open spots and only 1 movable rock down there. Ooh. Okay. Wait, no, there's 5 spots for a rock. What? New Fortnite update. What if I put the rock in every single possible spot? Oh my fuck. Are you kidding me? Alright. Got the seed. I don't get it. I even solved that puzzle and I still am like, huh? You think all killings are unjust? No. Justified doesn't mean innocent. I'm an American. Of course, I believe in my right to self-defense. But like, when you kill someone, that does things to you. That shit will change you. I need to get an orb for the day as well, on top of the Koroks. Jump. Jump. There's more than one? Why do you want to have guns if you're not allowed to use the guns? Again, I said like 2 minutes ago, like, wind it back. I don't think that, like, killing in self-defense, if the other person is, like, clearly... Or even, like, if the other person is making it out as if they might kill you. Like, if you kill someone in self-defense, in a lot of cases, I don't think that person should go to prison. Like, again, if you're about to be killed, but you instead kill the other person, do you deserve jail time? No. But are you innocent after having killed someone? Also no. Talking about guilt and culpability. So, prison. Oh god. Or I guess, like, the what's it called? You're talking, like, legal ramification at that point. There's a little Korok dude. How did I not find this earlier? I was right here. Is it just melting this giant piece of ice? I swear to God. I don't have a bow equipped. It's rough. Oh my God, there's so many. What if you killed me? You wouldn't. I'm an American. I have my Second Amendment rights. Oh boy. Some guy wrote it down 300 years ago. Well, I mean, it is that thing where it's like, there's valid and invalid. There's a lot of weird info out there about what is and isn't allowed within the Second Amendment, and it does also change depending on state. Not just Second Amendment, I mean more so gun laws. But like, I'm trying to walk carefully because it's way too late to ban them in America because way too many people have them already. And I mean, even then, it's like, what are you going to do? Recall them? Because there is something to be said about, like, people who are... How should I word this? I don't even know how to word this properly. People who are inclined to obey the law, it's like, yeah, if you recall guns, they'll turn them in. They don't want to go to prison. But what about the people who are actually, like, going to use them for a crime? You think they're just gonna hand it back because you said so? Like, they were already gonna use it to, like, rob a store or, like, I don't know, maybe gang-on-gang violence, homicide, something. You think that they're just gonna give you back the gun because you asked for it? There's actually, I mentioned before that I find, like, ancient Japanese culture fascinating. One of the old, I can't think of the word, not doctrines, but, like, one of the old, I guess values, or, what would be the right word? Essentially, like, a quote that would be commonly passed down that holds a certain value to the culture. It was among samurai. The quote was, "One sword keeps another in the sheath," which clearly, in a lot of cases, the thing with the US is we get a bad rap for like, oh, everyone there has a gun. I know many people. I only know one person who has a carry permit. Like, I literally only know one person who has a permit to carry a gun, and he got it last month. Like, I know almost no one with a carry permit. So what you do have happening a lot in the US is, like, someone with a gun who can't legally have one manages to get their hands on one, a lot of the time through illegal means or through oversights in the system, whatever it might be, and go and shoot a bunch of people who can't defend themselves, right? And not to bring up that classic memed quote, but there is something to be said about, like, as funny as I find the quote, has been memed to death at this point. There is genuinely something to be said about, it only takes 50 days to get a carry permit federally. But again, state law completely determines gun laws here. The only federal law about it is that it must take a minimum of 50 days. And that, individuals in all states must be allowed in some capacity to own a firearm. There are even states where you can't get a carry permit. Like, there are states that straight up just don't have one available. Unless you're, like, law enforcement or something. It varies so much here. Like, you've got complete polar opposites where it's, like, California versus, like, Texas. Where Texas, you can go to Walmart and buy a rifle. But California, it is ridiculously hard to get your hands on any firearm in California. It takes 30 in Minnesota. I don't know if that's true. Because my buddy spent months getting his, who just got his. I'll get back to you on that, though, because I'm going to be getting mine in the next, like, half a year or so. You have to be 21 to do it here, which I am not, but once I am 21, I got to start the process, so I'll get back to you on that. People will always find a way to kill, regardless of what tools they have. That's also true. Where, like, I mean, a classic, again, I hate using, like, the most, what's it called? The most, like, broad and most commonly brought up examples, but, like, you look at, like, London, where people can't have guns, right? It just popped. I thought I was gonna be here for ages still. But you look at, like, London, and it's like, yeah, they don't have much gun crime, because it's so hard to get their hands on one. You know what they have a ton of compared to us is vehicular manslaughter and, like, knife crime. Insanely. And it's just that thing of, like, if someone wants to go out and kill a bunch of people, they're going to go out and kill a bunch of people. And there is something to be said about, like, a gun is much more effective than a knife. I won't disagree with that, because it's very true. But it's also... I just have to carry this block of ice. Oh my god, it melts so fast because... Oh, no. Whoa. Uh-oh. Double check. What is that? There's no numbers on that. This is also back in 2012. Or wait, no, this goes to 2016, my bad. I was like hovering the bottom of it. That's my B. When did the UK ban guns? That's a new question. Because, like, even the most recent of this is 6 years old. Look what happened to Shinzo Abe. That's also a good example. Like, that thing, when they showed that on the news, that thing was crazy. Hey, what is this? 96? Then why are they so, like, known for it now when they used to not be? What caused the spike? Because, like, those things don't just happen. Like, what happened to cause that spike? I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious. Ah, fuck. Oh, wait. Hold on. I'm gonna big brain here. This won't get the ice cube all the way, but... Hell yeah. Made myself fireproof and shit. It means guns when I'm here to protect them. Where the fuck? Wait, why are you melting? Mass... Who's claiming mass stabbings? I didn't claim mass. To be clear, just in case. Oh, it's just always melting, I guess. As soon as they drop out. Was that happening before? How the fuck do I... So if that thing is consistently melting, I'm supposed to run this wild-ass gauntlet of fire. Saber! Also, where am I supposed to bring it? Just up to the door? Sorry. Bots. Where the... I have zero idea what I'm supposed to do here. I already banned that one? There was more than one. I didn't unban. Ow. This shrine, like, normally I have a moment where I don't get it. And then I look around. And I'm like, oh, now it makes sense. That is not happening here. Like at all. This doesn't work. Like, how am I supposed to block this off? Can't climb that. What the fuck is this? I have no clue on this one. Why are you not melting? Oh, he is melting. Wait a second. Oh, it's... Well, I had a fire sword on my back. Wait a second. Was the fire sword melting it? Unbelievable. Get me a new one. I thought the whole room was just so hot that it was melting. Always. God damn it. Throwing is definitely the trick. Works wonders. Just tossing this bitch through stuff. Oh my god, he's so tiny. Isn't there still like another wall of flames to get through? Oh, I got it. We're good. Done. Done. Drop. Orb. I need one more still, though. I feel like today's progress has been horrendously slow. I think that's just because the Koroks were more spread out. Like, I expected to be ahead of where I am right now by this point. I really expected to be ahead of this by now. Unloading screen. I want to check my map. I want to get another shrine I haven't done yet. Turned on the shrines on my interactive map to find them. Oh, there is. There's one. One up here. Washa's Bluff. Close. Ow. I forgot that I cut my finger the other night. I just like was rubbing my hands together. I have a big cut on my finger and I pushed into it. That was not pleasant. 103 shrines, 701 Koroks. It's hot in my room. It is so hot in my room, actually. I don't have like a fan on, and I also don't have a window open. Or how warm is it out? Oh, it's actually 50 degrees out. Might crack my window. Pretty warm for late November in Minnesota. It's really warm in November in Minnesota. All the snow is gonna melt, but it's whatever. Gotta put on my drippiest armor until I start climbing again, and you know that I'm gonna swap it out. But for now, drippy armor. What the hell is that? Is that the shrine? It looks like a little birdhouse. Like, not literal birdhouse. But you know, like in the bird village, that's what the houses look like. Oh, there's the shrine. Bum, 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 bum. This is drip. The drippiest. I didn't sit long enough. This. Oh. Do I want to read this? No, I don't. Honestly, I don't. Hello, bird.
Oh.
Yes, I definitely climbed.
Oh.
Definitely climbed. I can't read, neither can I. What? When the moon bleeds? You're shitting me. Right? It's a joke? It's a funny haha? Right? Joking. Not serious. If I time skip, can I just eventually get a blood moon? Or will this be too late in the night? Where's the moon? No moon? It has to be under a blood moon, right? That is so fucked. God damn it. Light! That's unbelievable. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Well, I'm just hanging out in the rain. Googling how to force blood moon. Hold on. A blood moon flag exists, meaning the blood moons are not random. Blood moon flag is set via a timer. This timer is 2 hours, 48 minutes, 15 seconds of real world time. Only increases while the player is actively playing the game. This means no menus, map, cutscenes, sleeping, weapon hot swapping, NPC dialogue, etc. Link must be in the world playing the game. Once the blood moon flag has been set, you must allow the game to load the next day's moon schedule outside of... What? How do I force it? Make sure your system is plugged in, your controller batteries are charged. They will be on for 3-ish straight hours. Okay. So here's the problem, right? Here's the problem. Blood moon... I have to actually wait for it to occur naturally. Can't actually force it with like a bug or anything. The forcing method that he's using here is just idling. Oh wait, this is saying that specifically when they got this quest and they skipped to nighttime. This is some random person on Reddit, so I'm gonna test it. They had a blood moon, first try. But it was raining for me, which might have overridden it. Why can I not light this fire? Is it wet? You shitting me? Wait, I'm still wet. What if I wait until I stop dripping? Aha! Fire! Nintendo couldn't get me today. Let's see. This guy's a little, it's got a reddish tint to it, I must say. Let me just come over here and stand. See what happens when the moon comes out. Come on, blood moon. We hope. Because otherwise, I'll just have to travel back here, like, every single night. Just in case there's a blood moon, because I can't fast travel right to this. I have to, like, travel across. Oh, boy. Oh, definitely more by suicide. Definitely. The tint is going away. It's gonna be a normal moon in it. Direction does the moon even... Bunch of birds up there. What the hell is that? Normal moon. Oh boy. That's a problem. That is a problem. Although, there's a shrine up here. Go do that. And that's a really good fast travel point. And if I do just, before it becomes night, every single night, travel back here, eventually it'll work. I would rather have the bird hat, whatever, the little feather on the side of my head. same defense. It's just a matter of grip at that point. Oh, that's so painful. That must be... I remember Ryan at one point saying that, like, with the last handful of shrines, he was like, there's gonna be some that take you a really long time to even access. That is 100% one of the ones he was thinking of. If not the one. He very well could have just been thinking of that one when he said that. Grab. Yeah, but the thing with, like, illegally obtained guns, right, is a lot of the time, I mean, no gun enters the wild completely illegally. You know what I mean? The wild being, like, civilian hands of some sort. Like, when we're talking illegally obtained, we're almost never talking, like, stolen from the store. You know what I mean? Like, we're talking, they got it from someone else, or, like, stole it from, like, a grandparent or some shit. Like, that's one of the biggest problems, too, is that once they get out there legally, they become kind of hard to track because they can just kind of get passed around like that. And, they tend to get passed around like that. Whoop. Whoop. Like, I've got a family member, like, extended family, who another member of the extended family died of, like, old age. And left this guy his guns, right? And he took the guns. Like, he took them. The guy who died owned, like, a pawn shop business, so he had a lot of really interesting arms that he came across. Yeah, it's kind of availability, but it's also, like, illegally obtaining, right? It is both. They're very intertwined, realistically speaking. Because, like, this guy had them left to him, like, in the will, pretty much. And took them, but, like, some of those guns that he got were not legal in his state. Like, modified AR platforms and stuff like that, with, like, bump stocks and shit, and, like, drum mags and all that. Very illegal in the state that he lived in, but he still took them because, like, his dead family member left them to him. But that's not properly documented. So those are just, like, out there. Like, if he ever were to do something with one of those, that would be considered illegally obtained. Even though it was, like, formally through a will, that process isn't documented through the state or anything. So it's a problem. Like, even in ways that are well-intended, those things can get passed around illegally very easily. Any more horrors? Well, Callisto Protocol comes out on Friday. So yes, literally on Friday. But, like, if you mean flavor of the month horror games, absolutely not. Those bore the hell out of me. Things like, trying to think, what's been trendy recently outside of, like, The Mortuary Assistant was one. That's just, like, oh. Like, Scorn? Scorn was good. Scorn was it could have been better. But for being, like, this little 4-hour one-shot that's more about, like, the imagery and stuff rather than, like, horror. Like, trying to scare you horror. I thought that was fascinating. Even though it got really, really mixed reviews. Because you got people like me who are just like, I felt like I was on a drug trip for 4 hours. And I was super uncomfortable. But I also enjoyed the experience. And then there's people who are like, this game was only 4 hours and you really just walk around and solve puzzles. It's kind of one of those things where, like, if you get the point, you get the point. Not, you don't. Like, if it lands with you, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Hold on, I'm getting texts that might be important. I only just noticed. Yeah, I'll respond to that right now. Hold on. Once I get climbing again. It's not super important. It's like mildly important. My ringer is off. Come on, Link. Got shit to do right now, man. Okay. Oh my god, wait. It's on. I didn't even notice it until I looked back. What? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, now I'm cold. Got something for that. If I just climb onto it, a shrine will pop out, right? It's gonna be... I can't climb onto it. Uh-oh. I can't climb down it. Do you think I could stand on it? Oh, I can, actually. Be less lethal guns. You mean rubber bullets? Like, being obtainable by civilians? Those things do a lot of damage. But I do think that would be a very reasonable kind of stance. Because, like, those things will break your ribs if you get shot in the chest sort of thing. Like, those don't mess around, but they're not, like, going to kill you on impact sort of thing, you know? Unless, I wonder if you got shot in the head with one of that. That might be a problem. Just, like, the inherent brain trauma, if you took a rubber bullet to the head, that might... I can't even grab onto it. Like, you literally can't climb on it. Am I supposed to shoot it? Am I supposed to, like, bullseye it? Maybe. Am I gonna want to be up here when I do? I'm gonna climb back up and jump off again, try to bullseye it. See how this goes. I gotta crack a window in here, man. It is getting hot. My computer is outputting the stream. It uses a lot of CPU. Wait, I haven't heard of it? For what? Rubber bullets? Rubber bullets are used by law enforcement. You load them in like a standard round. Just they're dull tipped and they don't have any sort of piercing quality. They're literally rubber. So they come out with all the stopping power, but they'll like break your bones on the area they hit, but they won't pierce and, you know, damage your internal organs. At least not directly by like tearing through them. But non-lethal. Yeah, like a rubber bullet to the head, assuming that that would like break your skull pretty bad, like probably shatter the local area of your skull that it hits, that still probably will kill you. Am I supposed to shock it? That's a little short. There it is. I got it. Yeah, that's an interesting shrine. Think it'll be a free one? You think it'll just give me an orb and let me go? Probably not. Wishful thinking. It's gonna make me do a puzzle, isn't it? Ihayug Shrine. Let's see. This will be orb 104. I need the maxed hearts, at least what I can get with max stamina. Oh, it looks like it's free. It is free. Let's go. What did I get? I will take it. Be the best gun. I would agree, honestly. For, like, civilian use. Like, even if we employed that kind of thing in wars, but that would never actually go down. You know, like imagine trying to go to the world and being like, okay, guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're all gonna start using this so that we don't kill each other. That's one of those things where it's like, do you really trust the other guy on that one? Like, do you actually trust he's gonna... Like, it's nice in, like, an idealistic thinking kind of way to be like, oh yeah, even for wars, we could use something like that, right? Where they don't kill each other. But I doubt that that would ever realistically happen. There's always going to be those guys that are like, oh yeah, I'll use it. Then as soon as the shooting starts, guess what they're not using? Sorry, I was unplugging my earbuds. They've been charging the whole stream. And I just looked over and realized it, and I don't want to burn out the battery on them. Why did my controller just vibrate? As if there was, like, a shrine right here. What was that? It was while I was teleporting in. Does it always vibrate when you're teleporting in? I've never noticed it. What's up with that? What's going on? Breath of the Wild? Good? It wasn't like full on vibrating. It was like a little rumble, like as if that little radar thing was going off for like a shrine. Heart container for the day, acquired. Korok hunting and orb hunting done. Very good. Very good. Alright. Side quest time, I guess. I'm gonna have to keep going back at night. Gotta remember to do that. I need a frost spear. I should go hunt for a frost spear. Alright, Breath of the Wild addicts. Where should I go to farm frost spear? Where should I go look for a frost spear? Like, there's a couple that you can get in shrines. I've already gotten those. I was, like, Googling this stuff the other day. I could find, like, oh, if you go to this shrine, it has a frost spear in a chest. I've gotten, like, all of those already. So if you were to go to, like, find an enemy that would be carrying one, where would you go? Because this weapon side quest, I want it done. Like, I've had this for so long. I've been trying to work through it. It's taken ages at this point. Looking for answers. But I don't know if anyone's got those kind of answers. Like, surely there's someone out there who would have that info. But are they in my chat right now? Goblins and bruh. God, I can never remember all the mountain names. It's Gerudo Highlands. Here. Where would the Moblins? I think kind of... Oh, this is like the snowy... Or at least the start of the snowy area, I think. I have not looked here. So this could work. Wow, my ADHD just kicked in. I mentioned this, I think it was... I can't remember if it was Breath of the Wild or Miles Morales that I was playing, like right before I left to go out of town for a few days. But I had that same thing, where I, like, would get to a loading screen, or even just, like, when I was gliding across a large gap or something. My brain was just, like, going over to my second monitor and doing something. Like, right there, I just checked my email. Like, without thinking, my brain was just like, a moment where I'm doing nothing. That's unacceptable. Oh, that's right. I should have used the ice. Ow. Forgot. It worked. Mifa's Grace is already back. I don't have to worry about it. Coliseum enemies? Ooh. Might not be the worst idea. Might venture around here for a bit and see if I can find something. I don't happen to have one, do I? Good. I was just checking because, like, there was the off chance that I picked one up today without thinking about it. It has been a week since I last played, after all. So I didn't necessarily remember that I was looking for a Frost Spear until just now. That guy could have one, I think. Pretty sure he could have one. Coliseum might work. North of Warbler's Nest. Okay. I thought I looked on Zelda Dungeon the other day, but maybe I didn't. So that would be... like here? That's a good spot to look. It's a lot more direct. In a skull camp. Wait, a skull camp I'll be able to see on the map, right? I miss... in my brain I was just like, a camp. But skull camp is actually... that shouldn't be hard to find at all. Let's see about this Black Bokoblin. North? Oh, just up there. That's not very far. Yeah, it's just up there. That. I didn't even need the marker after all. Stroll on up there. This is completely random, but my brain is wandering right now, on top of just, like, me out of habit checking my email there. This morning, I recorded a Warzone video, which I know, like, most Zelda people probably... there's not much crossover between the Zelda and the COD stuff on my channel, I would bet. But I did record a Warzone video. Normally, the struggle, once I have a good video to make, is getting a good game recorded for the video, where, like, I don't play like shit, or just get screwed over by some random... unfortunate circumstance, because, like, it's a battle royale, so that happens where you just get into a bad spot and you die, right? But this morning, I sat down and, like, recorded the stuff for, like, intro and all that. Oh, that is a Frost Spear. Huge! Thank you for the Zelda Dungeon search. But I sat down, like, first game on, and I recorded my best game of Warzone 2 I've recorded yet. And I was over the moon, because just normally it's taken me like a couple hours to record these new Warzone videos, but that one I genuinely sat down and within like 30 minutes I had everything recorded. It was so nice. I should have pushed my luck with it, and I should have tried to record a second video in the same like sitting. I should have just gone for it, because there's a chance, since I got that lucky, I could have gotten a second recording in. Take a pic? Oh, true. Of both of these, probably. Yep. The pics aren't going to be that expensive to buy, thankfully. But it does just save some time and rupees if I do it if I remember to do it along the way, at least. What's in here? I'll take it. Alright, back all the way over to this kid. Opposite side of the map. This better be the last one. I'm just gonna go off the assumption that that one specifically, that one was really hard to find. I'm hoping this is the last one, but in the back of my head, I also know that this is going to be a quest that never ends. I'm going to be doing this until the very end of this playthrough. Every time I've thought that I'm, like, on the final weapon, just, like, it has that kind of feel to it for me, where I'm like, oh, this will be the last thing he asks for. It's not. He's just like, oh yeah, here's another one. So the Colosseum would have worked. That one didn't. Yes, sir. I'm yawning. $300 is good. Oh my. Damn it. I was like, I might just have one. Breath of the Wild, minor test of strength. These guys will have a sword, right? There's one in this region. Starts with a Q. Maybe I haven't done it. Oh, it's this one. Okay, never mind. I've done it. This kid is loaded. This guy probably has a sword, and since it's a minor test, he probably, like, it's probably not a plus version or anything. I'll hope. So many loading screens. I've just been traveling so much and like in and out of shrines. I'm in. Oh, I gotta put on the intimidating armor. Put the fear of God in him before I fight him. What do you mean want to save time? Do you mean get a bunch of the weapons ahead of time? Wait, why do you have that much health? I thought this was a minor test of strength. A hint? Perhaps. Oh, huge. I was going to wait for a third. My timing was off. Spear was terrible. Damn it. I got 2 hits in. Come here, bitch. Come here. Plus, plus. I thought this was a minor test. Why does he have plus, plus? It's not gonna work, but I have to try it. Wait. This one was a major test. Why did it come up on the list of minor tests? Oh my. Oh, because it's just a list of all the tests of sake. Alright, well, hold on now. That one's a minor. God damn it. I just, like, picked the first one on the list, and it happened to be a major test of strength. That's just my bad. This guy should be a lot easier to kill, though. Shouldn't have as much health. Because immediately I was just like, why? Why are you tanky? This was an easy one. I mean, I'm still curious about the hint. Even though this guy is just going to drop one. Curious. Like, this is the way I naturally would have done it. But I do want to know that. Ooh, this thing's got the long throw perk. Most useful little weapon perk in the game right there, I'm telling you. Oh yeah, look at that sword. Single. It's a yes. It's like a yes, knowing full well that I definitely am just gonna kill this guy and take his. That's right, I have full melee. I don't need the axe. He's shield too. Oh. Then it's Google time. Hold on. Oh, shit. Okay. This is the one that you have to craft. I have a ton of rupees. I should be able to pay for it, unless it's like 2,000 or something. Should be able to pay for it. But will I have all the Guardian parts for it? That's the real question. We can hope. Oh yeah, I got the materials. Alright, I'm gonna have to drop... Oh, I'll drop this because it's about to break. Alright, give me that. Now I just have to see it. Okay, that's pretty cool. Picture. Thank you. Now I travel back to the child. In my fully dripped out Guardian attire with my ancient short sword. I am... Oh my god. Yep, I didn't sleep well last night. I also got home late. I was out with a buddy who's not currently living in state. He flew back this morning, but he was here for like Thanksgiving. So I went and hung out with him last night and got back kind of late. They are super cool. I feel like I'm getting to the point in the game where, like, realistically, I'm gonna be able to afford that sort of stuff, like, a lot more often. Because I'm kind of near the end of, like, upgrading all the armor I want to. And at that point, I can just sell, like, all my monster parts, all of my gems. He just has a diamond now. Oh. I did it! It's over! That makes sense, that they made you go and get a super difficult to find, or to acquire weapon for the last one. Find things that serve as balloons. That's interesting. Well, let me actually go to a Great Fairy real quick, speaking of. Where's Kakariko? Here it is. Speaking of armor upgrades and such. Because really... then, like, if I guess I need the screws and stuff for crafting all the ancient weapons. They're, like, super valuable, but... I could sell a lot of them. I don't need to carry, like, hundreds of them, like I am right now. Once I have, like, armor upgrades and stuff done, I can start selling a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. That'll make the rupee situation a little more flexible. Right now I have, like, 600 after buying that sword, but... getting these upgrades done will definitely help. Hello. Let's see. Upgrade the tights.
Ah.
I kind of have to. I gotta do it. Those will probably be useful at some point. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like they're kind of useful, but I'm not in many situations where I'm like, oh shit, I really need lightning resistance right now. At least I never really think of it. Enemies that are using the lightning effect are so rare. Or not lightning, electricity, sorry. Need more ancient cores for the pants. Okay, what should I be looking? No, I literally backed out so that I was like, I'll do this so that I don't have to reopen the menu and see what I need for other clothes that I want upgraded. That was just really unfortunate. Okay, so a lot of this is already maxed, but like, need red Lizalfo's tails and rubies. Icy Lizalfo's tails. Smotherwing butterflies still are not the easiest to come by. A bunch of fish. I still just haven't gone like fishing to upgrade that. I don't even need all these armor upgrades. Like, there are some sets that I do want to upgrade, but like this, 10 diamonds. 10 diamonds is 5,000 rupees for an item I'm not going to use. As much as it's kind of like a cool goal to upgrade all of this stuff. Oh, I should just go and get Lionel Guts and Dragon Parts. Like, actually... Dragon Parts are not the hardest to find. Oh boy, it's this one. That's right. I don't want to think about what's happening down there. I made myself doing no fast travel. I was talking about that with this game. Because like in a lot of games, I don't fast travel. Like I did Red Dead 100% at the beginning of this year. And people were pretty much driven crazy by the fact that I didn't fast travel. Because that's got a really big open world too. But I didn't do it once in the entire playthrough. To this day, I don't even know how to fast travel in Red Dead 2. I've played like maybe 200 hours of it since it's been out. I have no idea how to fast travel in Red Dead 2. Full honesty. I've never done it. But in this game, like... Oh boy. I don't think I could do that in this game. It's just traveling would take insanely long. If I was playing like a casual off-stream run, maybe. But doing a 100% for stream, like, oh my god. That would be the end of me. Hold on. Look. Side quests again. The guy who wants the horse. Oh, yeah, this guy just wants a cooling elixir. Like, a lot of these side quests I picked up and I never actually looked at. I was just like, oh yeah, I'll do that at some point. And I never looked back on them. I'm gonna go sell a bunch of stuff too while I'm down here. I could sell here, because even beyond just like the valuable stuff, like 32 pieces of sapphire, right? I'm not using. Even just, there's so much shit I'm not using. Like, these 48 wild berries that I know I'm not gonna touch. The 7 hydromelon I know I'm not gonna touch. Like, all that stuff is money that I'm just leaving on the table. As much as I hoard in games like this, I always get to this point where I'm like, there's a lot of stuff I don't need.
Yeah.
And I could make a lot of money by just getting rid of it. What does this do again? Increases your heart recovery. That's 40 rupees right there. These don't sell for much, do they? See, but this is 3 rupees each. 144 for those. It's not terrible. What here is actually worth something that I happen to have a good amount of shit? What are these? Raise your defense? I'm not using them. I need all of it? No, get rid of it. Make money instead. This is the way. Right here. This is how you get rich in Breath of the Wild. You give up on your hoarding ways. 51 pieces of flint. Who uses flint? It's all about fire weapons nowadays. That's 250 rupees right there. 48 pieces of amber. They sell for 30 each. There's 1,400. Beautiful. 46 pieces of opal. Who uses that? There's 60 each. Now we're playing Breath of the Wild, right? These are 260 each. Sell half of them. Maybe I'll still want it. I can have both. This is the money play. Same with this. Like, I'll keep half because I know there's that piece of, or that set of armor with these. Like, even selling half. I know that you can't see my total rupee count because of where my camera is, but that's kind of the beauty of this. Just wait for the reveal at the end. There's not much more you can do with it. It's just armor upgrades outside of, like, selling it. I'm selling all the diamonds. Doing it. Boom. Money. Even the monster parts, like all of these basic monster parts at this point, I've upgraded all the armor that is just wanting like bokoblin horns and fangs. I don't need this shit. And even if I did, it's not that hard to get it. Oh my god. 400 rupees of bokoblin guts. Bet you didn't know you had that. Moblin horns? Come on now. 600 rupees of that I was just sitting on. This is the best decision I've made in Breath of the Wild for a while. Or in a while, sorry. Oh wait, here's gonna be the money. 5 each for the choo-choo jelly! I'm carrying 1,000 rupees worth of choo-choo jelly. And I had no idea. What about these key swings? They're worth a lot less. Still, 400 rupees for something I'm never touching? Come on. This is crazy talk. These are worth 20 each? Check this out right here. 1,500 for those. I'm setting myself up to never run out of rupees again, aren't I? Moblin guts, who needs them? I don't. The reveal of how many I have at the end is going to be cool. Octo balloons. I don't even know what I would do with them. Just take them. Those are worth nothing. Those are worth a lot, but I might use those. Would love to get 1,000 rupees just for having those. Or, sorry, 800. Molduga parts. Oh, this... I could sell at least half of these. Like, I'll sell like 27, sure. Yeah, I am saving the Lionel guts for the barbarian armor, but even that I'm pretty close to finishing up with now. Where are my Lionel guts? I don't even see them in here. Oh, there they are. They're worth 200 though. I'll sell these, just the basic Lizalfo tails. Best item in the game, the octo balloons. Hold it in your hands and then place it on an object to attach it. God damn it. I got carried away. How was I supposed to know? God damn it. Is there a buyback in this game? I could go get more. I can go get more. That's not the worst thing I could have done, but it does. I did just read the side quest about the balloons, and I was very confused. Just had to read. I never knew. You see that rupee count though? Anyone see that? I think I'm set for a bit on rupees. Just with that little inventory purge right there. Oh, let's not be hasty now and use that immediately. Why do you have health? Why do you have a lot of health? Oh, shit. Why are they, like, exploding with the electricity effect? What is that? What's causing that? That's right. Get some. Just poke him in the face. They dropped rubies? Well, hey. I don't know if I'm gonna, if I do the DLC, I'm gonna do it like after a break from the game at the very least. Because up to this point, I've put in a lot of time already. Oh, it's the thing in the water, okay. What was that sound? Oh, god damn it. Well, at least he went down easy. Another chunk of rupees right there. Thought there were a bunch of Octoroks around here, like in the water and stuff. Oh, it's up on the river that I was thinking. I was like, I thought the little lake at the bottom of Zora's domain had a bunch of them. It's definitely the river, though. I can't believe that right after reading that side quest entry, I sold the balloons. They literally have balloon in the name. I thought they were any other monster part. I thought they just didn't have anything special to them. I had no idea. Where are all the Octoroks? That's not an Octorok. Oh, I heard one. He's trying to pick up a rock? See? A balloon. Gotta do a bunch of that. Could have been worse. Oh, come on now. Oh, no balloon? Uh-oh. Two balloons! Okay, I think we'll be fine. As long as RNG stays on my side, I will be perfectly fine. These guys are dropping a lot of arrows, too. That's just kind of like a nice secondary thing about the area, I guess. Not what I was here for, but I'll take it. No, I want the spear still. I really want to do a video on the durability in this game. Like testing it with mods. Testing out different like multiplier values and stuff for weapon durability. Because I already want to do that. I've mentioned it a handful of times. That video that I'll probably get to after the 100% of this. Like modding the graphics and stuff on a PC dumped version of this game. Just to be like, this is what a PC port could have been. Look what Nintendo kept secret from you. Genuinely, like, out of all of Nintendo's, like, modern library, this is the one game that I'm like, dude, a PC port of Breath of the Wild would be amazing. Obviously, Nintendo would never even consider a PC port. It's just a pipe dream, but a PC port of this game would be fucking awesome. Just with like the amount of stuff you could do with the graphic, the amount of stuff that people have already done just by modding the game, using like emulators and stuff, dumping their copies to emulators. The game looks awesome. If you like get all the visual mods and stuff that you can, that people have made for emulated versions. So good. Like obviously if they made a native PC port and released it for like $60 with stuff like that in it, would be beautiful. A man can dream, okay? Now where are some more Octoroks? Any right around this bridge, perchance? He's probably gonna drop arrows. Oh, and he's got a bunch of fish. I need those. No Octoroks right here? This would be like a prime spot. Snipe me off the bridge. How many balloons do I have? 5? That's how many I had before. I think that I traded them for Mon. I think that's what happened to all of my Octo balloons previously. This guy also had fish. Okay, so where is this quest? What Zelda games? I've played Ocarina and Majora. I've played the original on the NES. And I've played A Link to the Past, and now this, but that's it. So, like, with this game, even stuff like, I just noticed that my camera got pretty dim after, like, the light from outside, like, bouncing off the snow. Now that the sun isn't, like, at a direct angle towards my window. I need to readjust my camera, hold on. Because I had to over-adjust earlier to make up for it. Okay, that looks better. It's not perfect. It gets the job done. I don't want to sit here playing with my camera for too long. I've heard mixed things about Skyward Sword. I've heard mostly positive about Twilight Princess. I know some people who don't like it, but not many. I've been told I should play Wind Waker by a ton of people. Trying to think what the other one is. There were 2 of them that, like, a ton of people were telling me I should play. Wind Waker and... I don't remember. I honestly can't remember. There were, like, 2 big ones that were kind of generally well received, and just, I had a ton of people tell me I would like it. It was Wind Waker and something else, and I can't remember. Does he have butterflies? Not the kind I want. Where's the person I'm supposed to bring balloons to? Oh, they might be side. Hold on. I forgot. Please don't be Blood Moon. I forgot to go over to the place. Hold on, if I skip to noon, I could skip the Blood Moon. Link between worlds, maybe? I don't know. I'm kind of like, I plan to eventually get around and get through them. But I've planned that for, oh, it's the child, isn't it? Floaty balloons. Okay, well, there's 3 barrels here. So 5 balloons is probably enough. Wow, would you look at that? Wow. I only needed... Thank you, small child. I will gladly accept this gift. Even better, you can turn it off. It's linear. Yeah, that's what I've heard a lot with Skyward Sword outside of just the motion control for the sword. Which I talked before and people brought it up, but like the motion control for the sword is really dumb. I already, like, motion controls is a gimmick I've never liked in like any game. Outside of like maybe Mario Kart Wii. Yeah, I would not like that, but I've heard that it's like super linear, like not much to do outside of just that main like straight shot story, which it could be fine if the story's really good, but you know, Zelda, kind of the best part in every Zelda game is like all the stuff off of the main story that you can just kind of go and mess around with and do. So I feel like a Zelda game without that just wouldn't be as good. Like, even in the old NES one, just like the amount of secrets you can go and find if you just don't go straight towards the dungeons. It's great. Been there since day one. Since like 1985, if I'm right. Might have been 84, I don't remember. I think 86 was the like Western release of the original Zelda, but it came out like a year or two before that in Japan, I'm pretty sure. What was I gonna cook? Oh yeah. He wanted something to keep him cool, right? So this? Oh, this is cooked into a dish though. Wanted an elixir. Is there... Doesn't seem like it has to be a great elixir, just has to be an elixir. Oh yeah. Now I bring it way down here. I don't even have like a... I'll go up to the tower and fly down. Yeah, I would definitely prefer playing the Switch version of Skyward Sword just so that I can disable motion controls. Favorite thing about this game? It's interesting. I like being able... This is such a weird thing for my brain to immediately go to. I like how many hearts you can end up getting. And on top of that, the addition of like upgrading the stamina wheel and choosing between them. I like the way all that was handled. I said like super early on, and I still kind of feel the same way, that I wish that instead of giving you just the orb and you get to choose whether you get stamina or hearts out of it, that they would give you like specifically a stamina vessel fragment or a heart container fragment. So I feel like with just the orb that goes either way, you do lose a little bit of personality. Like getting a spirit orb in this game is not as exciting as getting a heart container in like Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. You know what I mean? Like there's something about that specific personality that they had that made them more exciting. I also think that having them as part of the shrines takes away from it though, in all fairness. Because like, most of those heart container fragments and stuff you'd find in the old games, or the heart pieces is what I'm looking for. Part of the fun of that was that most of them were like secret or as a reward for a side quest sort of thing. But in this game, it's very consistent, like, oh yeah, if I go do a shrine, I get this, right? You kind of know every time, there's no surprise to it. And like, there's a value to it, but I feel like I like the older way. I'm just a bit of a boomer sometimes. Like, the way that this game handles that stuff isn't inherently wrong, but I always felt that there was something more special about the older ways when I started playing this. Which one of you was it that needed the elixir? But in general, I like just how many hearts you can end up getting and how much stamina you can end up getting. I like the scalability of it and the freedom that comes with it.
Ew.
I just got on a random tangent there. I wouldn't say that that's necessarily my favorite thing, but that did come to mind really quickly. It's not bad.
Oh.
Side quest checked off, and 50 rupees for a very easy quest. Very easy quest. Oh, that's right. That is going to be something. Hunt for the giant horse. I want to do that. I do want to go find the giant horse. It adds an item that adds such a good quality of life improvement. Oh, I want to ask what kind of quality of life improvement, but I also don't want to, like, learn stuff about the game before I play it. Because stuff like that sometimes worries me a little bit. When I just hear, like, oh, it adds a quality of life thing. Like, a lot of the time it is something that's nice, but sometimes quality of life can also take away something unintentionally from the original. So I always am hesitant just hearing stuff like that, even though it might be perfectly fine. I'm super particular in games, if you haven't noticed by now. But, you know, game design degree, so it kind of adds up. I think that the weapon breaking isn't inherently terrible. Like, just the fact that the weapons do break isn't the problem for me. I'm mixed on the weapon breaking. It's fine that weapons break, but the durability is way too low on almost every weapon. Like, there are some weapons that feel fine, but, like, pretty much, generally speaking, it feels like weapons break too easily. You know what I mean? Oh, I found the giant horse. Like, just the fact that they break isn't the problem. It's kind of the way that they break. Or how quickly they do, rather. Alright, giant horse. Found you pretty quick. Let's just... Oh, wait. I could... I've never actually tried this trick. But I've been told to do it many times. So this might be the time. Don't you move. Might be aware of my presence. No need. Holy shit. Calm down. There we go. Thank God. Whew. Okay. Where am I bringing this horse? What do I do now? I'm supposed to bring it back to in the Farron grasslands. Is that like down here? Oh yeah, I think there was a camp like at the end of the road or something. I think that is right. Ride down that way. With my giant horse. This thing is huge. I really wish that the horses were implemented in this game in a way that wasn't so inconvenient. Like, kind of all around. Where, like, the whole breaking them in thing is just kind of a pain. Where they straight up ignore your controls. Like, I get what they're going for. But I've said the same thing before. It's like, it's one thing to make sense and, like, see what they were going for. And it's another thing to actually be fun. Right? Like, sometimes... while the intention behind something can honestly be pretty cool. Like, oh yeah, horses sometimes just don't listen, especially if you're not, like, particularly bonded with the horse. Makes sense. But is it fun in a game? For me, at least, the answer has been no in this game. But, like, on top of that, just that you can't, like, fast travel with them. And if you're not super close to them, you can't whistle for them. There's a lot of things that I'm like, man, I would love to actually use my horses in this game. Especially because, like, I have Zelda's horse descendant, I guess. It's not actually her horse, but the descendant of her horse. It's like, that's a cool horse. But there's really not much of a point in using it, because I get around faster just using fast travel and gliding. It's more convenient and it's faster to just not use a horse. Because early on I was like, oh, I gotta get a good horse. And then I realized that it just kind of sucks to actually use a horse. Hey, things we could possibly fix in Tears of the Kingdom, perhaps. Maybe just put a quality of life improvement on the horses, make them more usable. That would be nice. It would be super nice. Stop hitting my horse! He seems to be pretty bonded now. He's not really veering off too much. I just have the habit of spamming the button now. Should be down here somewhere, right? Oh, there he goes. Him? Of him? Hello? There we go. He's gonna steal the horse.
Ooh.
That's just Red Dead doing it to me. I've been made to think that anyone who's like, oh, can I see your horse real quick? Is just gonna kick me off of it and steal it.
Oh.
Not terrible. Not the worst pay. You call Epona and it cuts to her showing up. I mean, like, it's gamey, but it makes the horse something that you use for the entire game. You know what I mean? Red Dead has a good in-between where, like, your horse will come from very far away. Red Dead 2 specifically, sorry. The other game that has, like, a great horse system. It's really the only thing to compare it with modern day. It's like, if you call your horse, it can hear you from super far away, but it won't, like, teleport to being next to you sort of thing. So there are times in Red Dead where your horse will be far enough away to where you can't call it. But it's not like say in this game, if I go somewhere, I do like a Korok seed, then there's a shrine nearby on the radar, and I just run to it without my horse. I do the shrine, I try to call my horse, and it's too far away. Red Dead, I would be able to call the horse if I just, like, ran over to a shrine. But this, a lot of the time, I can't. You know what I mean? Wait, talk to them? There's something else? With these guys specifically?
Ooh.
Get off the horse.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, I got the stuff. I'm gonna use the giant horse. It said high in the saddle. Using this guy.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
Ha.
All right. I'll go register my horse. I have so many hearts. Hold on. So it's 15 plus 8. Is that what I'm at? I have 23 hearts. So 92 health. Pretty good. We take those. Where is the stable? How far up the trail are we talking about here? Oh, I see it on the map now. It's kind of far. This guy doesn't have like a big boost. He's big, but he's also kind of slow. Keep her going. All the way to the stable. Not gonna be Blood Moon, is it? I have Blood Moon paranoia because of that shrine quest. Because every time I miss a blood moon, it's going to take like another 2 hours to get another chance.
Ah. Oh.
How much? Oh, okay, that's not bad at all. Big boy. Fits.
Ah.
Yes, sir. This is the Duke himself.
Ah.
I'm gonna travel out here just for safety. It's there. This is where I'm going. Yeah, I think it is Ganon's horse, is it not? Wish you could sell horses. That would actually be nice too. Because like I have some horses that I got right at the beginning that suck. And I'm never going to take them out of like being boarded. So that would be a nice thing to be able to do. Definitely. Oh, it's so chilly. I haven't gotten a blood moon all day. And I've been playing for like 3 hours and 40 minutes. So going off of the info that I found about how the blood moon works, it should be happening at any moment, really. So I gotta get there. I gotta get naked. I gotta wait for the blood moon to appear. Damn it, dude. I'm not gonna be able to fly all the way out. I'm gonna have to climb. It's not good. Oh, I have stamina regen. It's the blood moon. Shit. You're kidding! I don't... Pain. God damn it. Well, I can get naked. Do that now. I'm me. Okay, I gotta get my ass over there. Oh, please. Please don't. Ow! Link, get your ass up. We gotta move. You gotta be hustling. God damn. I got destroyed. Where is... a descendant horse of the one from Ocarina. Jesus Christ. Zelda timeline moment. Cause shit like that is crazy. Like we're talking thousands of years, like, went into the multiverse, came out of the multiverse, kind of descendant of Ocarina of Time horse. You know what I mean? A headphone cable got caught on the arm of my chair while I was trying to drink water. Alright, Link. Hopefully, it still counts as long as the blood moon is in the sky. Lon Lon is not in this game. Fuck off. Don't feed me these lies. I did it. I barely made it. That was so close. Well, we got that open. Nice. Huge, even. Taking a bit to skip. There we go. Give me my hard-earned... This better be a free orb. If it's not, go to Hyrule Field. It's called... Oh, okay. Ranch Ruins. Got it. I haven't... I've probably been there, then. Unless it's, like, very... strongly resembling... I have been there. I didn't even notice that it was supposed to be Lon Lon. Looking at it on the map now... Yeah. Like, these were the buildings, the big horse track, the tower in the corner. Yeah, I just missed that one. I've been there, though. That was a very subtle callback to Lon Lon. Give me a Guardian Shield, too. Complete the set. Let's see it. These guys always think that they're hot shit. Just to make this even easier on myself. Spin to win with Guardian Weapon and attack up. Oh, there we go. Major test of strength, my ass. I never... Maybe all should be found. I was never, like, dedicated to all upgraded. I was just kind of doing it as I felt like it. Now, I'm kind of like, eh. I was having fun with farming all the materials, but now, like, I've got it all upgraded well enough, and I don't feel the need to upgrade all that much. But I think all found I might still want to do. Just because I don't want to miss it, you know? Or saddles, maybe. I'll just have to figure out how to get them. Got an extra orb for the day. Well, that shrine quest. That was something. At least the shrine was pretty easy afterwards. Like, a test of strength is not bad. Got a lot of side quests done already. I kind of blew through a bunch of them today. Still have a good handful, but blew through a bunch of them. Yeah, the stone monuments. There's a couple in the castle. Oh, wait, I could probably just go give him that right now. This guy is here. Dude, I know. People have told me that Epona was an amiibo. What else was there? Wasn't, someone said Fierce Deity is an amiibo as well, right? I hate amiibo. Like, and I know about the Skyward Sword HD thing with the fast travel amiibo. That's crazy. Although I guess if the game is that linear, like, why is fast travel even needed? I don't know. But I remember people being like, oh yeah, they added fast travel. It's a nice quality of life. But you have to buy a toy for it. I think I do. Can't remember. Oh, the Zora helm I have, but the Zora helm I think was like a chest. Or, I don't know, one of the Zora armor pieces. Because you get, like, the... You get, like, just the armor from doing the main quest. But then the pants and the helmet you both find elsewhere. And I think one of them is a quest item, and one of them is just, like, in a chest up there. Like, on the mountains, if I'm remembering right. Just why? Well, it's just the nature of, like, what they are, because they only produce so many, because it's, like, a physical thing. And then people resell them for more if they're trying to get rid of them, you know, make profit on it. And in general, I think the amiibo business model is so flawed, like, from the start. How was a chest? That's what I thought. I thought one of them was just, like, in a chest on the mountain. I remembered that. I think I'm just gonna save up here. I'm gonna be honest, I'm insanely hungry. And I'm only ending 10 minutes early anyway, but holy shit am I hungry, chat. You have no idea. I've been sitting here, and that's, like, the only place my brain has been. Good progress on the side quests, though. I didn't expect to make that much. Alright. Yeah, I hate the amiibo thing, because, like, they could have just sold them as, like, DLC on the digital store, where they could have just been, like, $5 for Epona. And it still would have been bullshit. But it's better than having, like, a limited supply physical good needed for Epona. Like, it is in-game DLC, but it's more hard to obtain, and it's more expensive. It's terrible. I've complained about Amiibo a bunch of times throughout this game, because it's awful. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you happen to be new around here, you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub. Come back another time. We're doing this. Also doing Miles Morales, 100%ing that on PC right now, as it just came out on PC. It's actually been my first time playing that as well. I've been enjoying it. Not as much as, like, Spider-Man PS4, but it's a good little add-on. It's pretty good. I like what it does with the game. I'm looking forward a ton to Callisto Protocol, coming out this Friday. It's a new survival horror game that I've been looking forward to pretty much since it first got announced. Spiritual successor to one of my favorite games from growing up, Dead Space. So, I'm very excited. You know I'll be playing through that on stream. Hopefully having a good time with that. Just in general, playing a bunch of new games all the time. Also planning on going back and revisiting, like, the whole God of War series at some point here. I just picked up Jedi Fallen Order. Gonna play that for the first time. Got a bunch of games we're playing. Feel free to come back at any other time for any of that. Also, feel free to go ahead and leave a like on the stream if you haven't done so already. It helps me out a lot with the algorithm and stuff. When the stream turns into a video, people can still find it, and having that extra engagement just helps push it out there more through, like, search and recommended and stuff. I really appreciate the boost. Helps the channel grow even when I can't be sitting here streaming all day, every day. So, I'd appreciate it. Thank you, Smile. If you're looking for ways to engage the community outside of YouTube, I almost said Discord. Outside of YouTube, feel free to go ahead and check out the links in the description. Things like my Twitter, if you want to follow me on there. My Discord, if you want to join that. Any of that sort of thing. Sorry, I'm stuttering. My brain is somewhere else right now. Other than that, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream. Hope to see all of you guys back here next time. And goodbye.